200.
No more bad government. No more bad government. The only media, the number one media in Nigeria, no more bad government. That have been speaking against government. No more bad government. Niger war. No more bad government. No more bad government. No more bad government. Niger war, the voice of the voiceless. The voice of the voiceless. Voice for the voiceless. Mega watch media. Voice for the voiceless. Mega watch media. Voice for the voiceless. The only media that have been speaking against bad government. Being consistency since 1944. Voice for the voiceless. Voice for the voiceless. Umuwame. Voice for the voiceless. Umuwame. Voice for the voiceless. Voice for the voiceless. Voice for the voiceless.
Right.
We have been seeing all you guys have been doing, and we recommending to everyone in Nigeria, saying that you guys are the number one. Niger watch you.
In the report a little further, we are now being joined by Professor Usman Yusuf, a professor of hematology, oncology, and bone marrow transplantation. Professor Yusuf was secretary of the former Chief of Defense Staff Action Committee that negotiated the successful release of the hostages after Boko Haram attacked the Abuja-Kaduna train on the 28th of March 2022. It's great to have you here with us this morning. Good morning, Professor.
Good morning. Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you. Good morning for having me.
Morning.
So the first thing I'd like to ask you this morning is about the president's insistence that there is no negotiation going to happen with terrorists. Do you believe that this is a good policy initiative coming from the presidency? The refusal to pay ransom.
No government upfront will say, right. I mean, no government will pay ransom, and no government will say they will pay ransom. And the president saying that, I don't fault that at all. I mean, when we got engaged getting the hostages taken after the train attack, I mean, we were upfront with them. We are not going to talk money. And there was no way we were going to escalate ransom payment to our principal for him to tell the president. So that is the position of government, and it is up to the negotiators to continue talking to the hostage takers. So yes, that is the right policy to say up front, and government needs to be very clear, just like President Muhammad Buhari's government was clear up front. So that was the right thing.
Professor Usman, you've started.
All right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to every one of you. It's good to be back again. It's another day. Today is Saturday, 16th March 2024. Thank you very much, my people. Happy weekend to you all. Yes, like I normally say, it's not looking good in our country. Yes, it looks like the government is failing and failing and failing at the same time, running out of ideas. Yes, they're talking about a forest, a forest, a forest. I beg, can anybody tell me where this forest is? Not beside the same Nigeria, this forest with those kidnappers, banditries, or terrorists, whatever you call them. Once they've kidnapped people, like they could kidnap 280-something children and all that, they go inside forest, the same forest that is inside Nigeria. And our government cannot do anything. It's terrible. This is really terrible. I salute every one of you, right? I'll start with Mother of Mommy Diaspora. Good evening to you, Mommy. Thank you very much for all you do. Wonderful people. Let's quickly listen to this while I post our link.
Let's talk about.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome, sir. Let's have your overview of the situation concerning Igbo interests, particularly businesses, structures, homes, etc., in Lagos, given the current wave of demolitions, of notices being served, etc., in Lagos State? I know that you made a lot of visits last year in July, in December. There was even a committee, I believe, that was set up that was meant to kind of serve as an intervention thing to give the whole process a human face. What is your assessment of where we are today, and what would be your keywords to those who have been affected by some of the demolitions going on, sir?
Well, thank you very much. I want to make it very clear, abundantly clear, that Igbos didn't play any part in bringing Nigeria together in 1914. Since 1914, we became one country. Igbos have been very faithful to this union. Lagos was declared our federal capital. All of us, we are called to rally round to develop our capital. Everybody knows the state of Lagos by 1914, when Nigeria became one country. Igbos, in loyalty and in faithfulness and commitment to this country, Nigeria, moved to Lagos, and they made their contribution towards development. Make no mistake about it. Any other part of the country could have been capital. Capital could have been in Port Harcourt, it could have been in Asaba, it could have been in Calabar, it could have been anywhere, but it was Lagos. We didn't oppose it. We could have started opposing it then. Oh, why should it be Lagos? It's far from us. But as loyal Nigerians, we came in. Igbos came in the normal zeal, in the normal way they operate. They came in, they bought land from owners. When they came, there were people who owned the place. They were there. So Igbos didn't come to acquire empty land. Whatever property they have, they bought from people who own it. And they made developments. And every man of goodwill, every honest Nigerian will know that Igbos have played a lot of role in development of Lagos. There is no way you can exclude the role of Igbos. What makes a capital big is not somebody thinking it is my own, it is my own. It's the number of people who come from various places to be there. The greatness of Lagos is measured by how much investment is brought from outside. A lot of Igbo investment have been brought to Lagos. And the good thing, the beauty about Igbos are people who are very faithful, very loyal to the system. Some people, when they come to a place and make money, they carry it home to develop their place. Igbos have a feeling, they say, Ebo Nyebi Kona Washi, that is wherever you live, you must protect and make very great. So Igbos apply the same spirit in Lagos. They develop businesses in Lagos, they establish in Lagos. They did that because Lagos, as a capital, was a capital not for any particular tribe. Lagos was a capital of Nigeria. Lagos was a home for all Nigerians, irrespective of tribe. And that is the reason why we all agreed to be under the same country. Now, that is what happened in Lagos. And I want to let you know that this is not only Lagos. Even in Abuja, we are having similar experience. And take, for example, when the federal government decided to move the capital out of Lagos, in those days, our leader, Zik, suggested that the capital should be in the east. In fact, he suggested somewhere between present Ebonyi State and Cross River State. That was the suggestion our leader made. I think some other Yoruba leaders insisted it should be towards Ikorodu, but the federal government, in its wisdom, decided to set up a committee that now decided that Abuja should be the best. And indeed, anybody of goodwill, any honest Nigerian will agree that Abuja is a very good place. Abuja is central and has a lot of qualities that make it good. We were told at that time that the very few indigenes who were there will be resettled. And we were told they were resettled with taxpayers' money. We were told that the Abuja, which is going to be a federal capital, will be a home for every Nigerian, irrespective of tribe, irrespective of religion. In the same manner, Igbos moved into Lagos. Igbos moved into Abuja. Igbos, I want you to imagine what Abuja was some years back when it started. Abuja, and see what it is today. Yes, federal government have made a lot of investment, but federal government cannot develop a capital without individual input. I think anybody of goodwill will know that Igbos have played a lot of part in making Abuja what it is today. What is worrying us as Igbos is that instead of Nigeria to appreciate us, instead of Nigeria to acknowledge this capacity of Igbos, they are making hate statements, some of them saying that, calling us all sorts of names. And that is very embarrassing to us, embarrassing even to our younger ones, to our children. Igbos have played a part since 1914 in building this country. There is no area of human endeavor. Is it education? Is it sports? Is it industry? Is it commerce? Where Igbos have lagged behind, Igbos have shown that they are patriotic Nigerians. Igbos have not taken the money they get from Abuja to go and invest in Igbo land. They still invest the money there. But people are telling us now, why don't you go and invest in your place? But that is not the spirit of an Igbo man as an investor. So I think really that this is a fundamental issue. We want Nigerians to help us to stop people who are making hate speeches. The hate speeches create problem, and it could lead to pogrom. The younger ones today, our children are getting worried. I read one by somebody who says he's kakam for something. I read somebody the other day. There was nothing, he didn't talk about Igbos. He called us all sorts of names. He said every trouble in Yoruba land is caused by Igbos. You know, when an Igbo child in secondary school read this, they get frightened, they get worried. We Igbos take notice that we have not. Igbos are not going to allow anybody, any Igbo man, to do the same to other tribes. If they do it, all of us will come out to say that to stop them. So we're appealing to the federal government. We're appealing to the other tribes to tell their people to stop all these hate speeches against Igbos. It affects our children, it affects our people, and we get worried about it because we think we are doing our best for the country. And of course, you know, because of this now, it has extended. It's not even stopping in hate speech. We are denied of positions. I mean, Igbos know that we are denied of positions. Now, specifically to demolitions in Lagos, I have come into it. I discovered that, you see, Igbos are not people who come to any place. Igbos obey
in terms of videos. I'm just going to take my articles here so we can start talking on time. You know, thank you very much, my wonderful people. I appreciate every one of you right there for your time with us. For those of you just coming in right now, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to every one of you. Man, the Iris Finance, I can see you in the building. Thank you very much for joining us as usual. Thank you, Faith Wilfred. I can see you right there. Bersa, Viv, Dexter, I can see you right there. Tony Africa, I can see you as well. God bless you all, my people. Press on the like button, do your part. Press on the dollar sign, encourage what we do here. Okay, I would like us to quickly take these articles here because I have a couple of articles to take, you know, so that we can move on. Okay, let's start with this one. You know, is one of the title that I put on a headline. Northern leaders ask Tinubu to support Chekai Gumi to negotiate with terrorists who adopted school puppies. See that picture where they put for there. These people, I don't understand. We don't see everything to become. All right, this is the country we find ourselves, man. Kai, everywhere is just a joke. All right, NNF spokesperson Abdul Aziz Suleiman in an interview said Gumi may be able to secure their. Oh, hold on, guys. Nobody should call me now, please. Gumi should be able to secure their release and prevent future abduction punch reports. So I don't really want to take much on this particular one. I'll just leave that one right there. But in case you want to read more, it's coming from Sarah Reporter, that you take it from there. But let me put another one on the screen quickly, then I'll take it from here. Bear with me, my people. God bless you all. We're only two in the platform right now. Let me put this here. Bear with me, guys. Oh, who's calling in? Please nobody should call in for now. Article knocks Tinubu. Your padded budget has translated to padded poverty, padded insecurity for Nigerians. So yeah, article not the talk. Some of us will say article not the talk. You don't start with the talk. Okay. I would like to quickly just take it from here. Nigeria former Vice President Atiku Abubakar has demanded an immediate thorough investigation into the alleged 3 trillion budget padding rocking the Nigerian Senate. Yes, yesterday he talked about almost similar thing, but I'd like us to move on. Okay, let me quickly bring this to your screen, my people. Bear with me. All right, I have this there. Yes, so this is what Nigerians in Nigeria should be expecting. More hardship for Nigerians as inflation hit 31.7% worse in 28 days. It's not even looking good. That's the sad part of the whole thing right now in Nigeria. Oh, wow. All right, I would like us to move on. Let us move on. Let me remove this one. Let me bring other one to your screen quickly. I still have about 6 to go, so just bear with me. No rush me, I beg. All right. A shocking one happened this morning. Breaking: PDP chairman kidnapped in Edo State amidst the deepening Obaseki Shaibu's rift. Could it be said now because of the wahala where they go on between the governor and the deputy governor? I mean, they go kidnap this one. I don't understand, because now so we go take on like saying a joke. The next one they hear now saying a sad news. This is a prominent personality that has been kidnapped right now in Edo State. The tension in Edo State has escalated following the abduction of Dr. Tony Azegbemi, chairman of the People Democratic Party (PDP) in Edo State. The party chair confirmed the incident on Saturday, adding to the growing concerns over security situation in the region. According to eyewitness, Azegbemi was taken while on a routine walk outside his residence. Wow. All right, I'll just leave it right there. Although so many newspaper reported it, I thought I should come with this one. They're not the jack for the Chaibu for this one. For the Chaibu, what is for the Chaibu need they do for person when they kidnap? I don't understand. All this newspaper of it, the one that they write the headline sometimes. Like I said, now only Nigeria was now they do all these things. So, when I write time in a way, I don't understand. But meanwhile, Wike.talk say, I don't want to be your friend. It is not by force. Wike blast FCT Labour Party Senator King Ibe. Say, please leave me alone. I don't want to be your friend. Day or day, make a day my day. These people. Minister of Federal Capital Territory, Wike, has told the senator representing the FCT, Reti King Ibe, that he cannot be concurred into becoming a friend. Wike lambasted the senator, accusing her of blackmailing him instead of communicating her problem through the right channels, or better still, focusing on her oversight functions. So I'm just going to leave that one. You can read more. That one is coming from Daily Post. Okay. I think I have 2 more to go, right? Is it 2 more? Yeah, 2 more to go. Yeah. Bear with me, guys. We're almost there. We're almost there. Nigeria, wahala, God. Okay. Labour Party National Chairman Barrister Julius Abure name don't come out again. No. NLC Obi supporters demand Abure's sack over LP proposed secret convention. Everything sack. Hey, who want to sack him? A proposed secret national convention by the national chairman of the Labour Party, Julius Abure, and its national working committee, NWC, has torn the party apart, with the Nigeria Labour Congress, one of the stakeholders and supporters of the former presidential candidate Peter Obi, calling for his sack. The NSC accused Abure of running the Labour Party as a sole administrator. According to the NLC, Abure in April 2023 tried to unilaterally extend his tenure in office by 2 years, but was stopped. God, oh, you leave that one there. Because I complain, I don't want to start with this guy, so let me stop it right there. Hi, Abure matter still come on the L again. Now, wow. I felt talk and say, make this man you resign. The dragging is too much. You resign. Go and spend time with your wife and children. That's all. People are dragging you left or right. It be as a get, man. But meanwhile, Tinubu said, Tinubu orders 36 state governors. They must allocate grazing land for Fulani S-men. You have no choice. You see, this one, I don't worry though. I don't worry, President. Okay, I beg, I don't worry. Leave this one. Let me say something before I will go on. The last time this one almost happened in Edo State, under Muhammadu Buhari, I played a major role on this platform. Many of you can testify to that. And some of you right here supported us, playing that major role to stop it from giving these people land in our state. But this time, I'm not going to play any role. I'm sorry, guys. I'm saying this publicly, and I have my reasons. I won't play any roles. But one thing we must understand in life, I've said this thing before, you must value your own. If you don't value your own, you will lose them. It happens in every angles of life. It happens in every endeavors of life. If you have a good wife, you don't value her, you might likely lose her to another man. If you have a good husband, you don't value him, you might likely lose him to another woman. If you have a good neighbor, a good friend, a good colleague, anything good in your life and you don't value it, it's the Bible as well. I don't know the verse. Some of our people who know Bible way past me, they know where it is. You must value and respect and encourage the good ones in your life. If not, you lose them. I have my reason. Some of you can digest that on your own, but I'm not going to talk. I'm not going to say anything about this. I want to see other person that will play that role even better than me, and I'll be very happy. I'm saying this to be honest. I want to see somebody that will come out right now in Edo State and play that role. Say, wow. For me, I'll be happy. Because when we are plenty, we many, now it is sweet. See, at least one person is not putting in the effort. Yes, one person is not putting in the effort. So everybody, if you are listening to me right now, which of the states, any of the states where you come from, fight for your state. Because Tinubu don't talk and say it must happen. You don't have choice. And remember, almost all the governors in Nigeria, they comply to the rules from these people. Even though they say they go carry a mama come, they will do it for these people just to make them happy. Thank you very much, my people. I appreciate you all. I would like us to move on. That is all I literally have for every one of you right there today. Efrata Catfish Farm, thank you very much, madam, for joining us. Mr. Joseph OG, I can see you right there. God bless every one of you. I'd like us to start talking right now. Guys, press on the like button, press on the $sign, help us to share, and let's start talking. I don't know if some of you that were calling to distract me just now, this is the time for you to call right now. I want you guys to know the right time to call, please. Okay, call in. I'll wait for the next 10 seconds if people want to call. If not, I only have one person on the panel. Immediately, Mr. Jonathan finishes his submission, I'll end the show. Just straight. Because for me, normally, I shouldn't be here every day. Yes, I shouldn't be here every day. But for me to be here every day, I want to keep the consistency. For some of you that is that is naturally and organically encouraging me to do what I'm doing today. Now, God bless all of you. Yes, you don't know how far that your wonderful prayers you're praying, that your wonderful comment on the comment section, you don't know how far it goes. Sometimes when I want to take a decision, I look at some of you, I just, okay, let's do this, let's do this, let's do this. Just imagine, say, we get like five channels, like what we are doing on Nigeria Watch, and we get another 4 like that. You don't know, say, these people, they are sit where they sit down, they hurt them. They hurt them. You know, let me pick this call. I already have a caller right here. Mr. Shimeze, thank you very much, sir, for calling in. Good evening to you. You have 3 minutes. Please talk to us.
I do target you. Like I have a point.
Abby, please go ahead, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yes, like that was it. Good evening, good afternoon.
Evening,
thank you for all you do. Yeah, man, Nigeria is a everyday story. Yeah, there is one thing yesterday that Churumbu said that everybody should keep their differences and come together and work. You know, for me, he have to come out and confess what he did on the election last year, the last year general election. He need to come out and confess and tender apology. The wrong, the damage he had done to Nigerians. That's what is fighting him. That is nemesis of what he did is fighting him. That's why all these things is happening, fighting his government. Because he's not legit. So that's why all this thing is happening. What do you expect? So in terms of my Igbo brothers, you know, for me, you see you sell land for somebody. You expect that person to do something on the land, to build other factory, business, houses, whatever. I don't know why you sell land or you sold land to someone. He paid you. He never forced you. Then, after so many years, government came out, demolish it with impunity. This government, in fact, MPC government is all about impunity. Everything they do it with impunity. They don't care. You know, any house you demolish right away in Nigeria condition, in Nigeria economy right now. If you build a house 20 years ago with 50, let me say 50 million, that house to build it right away now is times 3. It's times 3. Government don't know what they're doing. They're just doing everything with impunity, which is wrong. It's wrong. The crazy land Turumbu is saying right away, tell me.
Okay.
There's crazy land here in America. That people, in fact, everything they do in Nigeria is right here. But they have a farm. They have a farm which place they build. Their animals are inside there. There's so many land in south.
Thank you, sir.
In north. Sorry, in north. Thank you.
Your time got finished, sir. Thank you very much, sir. God bless you. Thank you. All right. Let me.
He even shut me up. He shut me up, man.
I bet no verse, sir. No verse. I beg we work with time. Thank you. I have another caller right here. Thank you very much, sir, for calling in. Good evening to you, sir. Please turn down your system. Talk to us.
Good evening, Mr.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Good evening, Mr. Niger. And God bless you. God bless your platform.
Thank you, sir.
And I greet those that are on the platform now. I greet Mommy Diaspora, those that are commenting, and as many that are listening to your panel. I will want to say this, please. Keep giving the thumbs up. If nothing else, subscribe if you can. The $sign, press on it too. and make the comments of the people of Niger Watch to go as far as possible. Now, that being as it may, Mr. Niger Watch, I want to thank you for this opportunity.
Thank you, sir.
Let me say this. I want you to just put this on record. It is not a matter of whether you be Igbo man or not be Igbo man. See, there's one problem I've seen in Nigeria. People are unnecessarily jealous of the Igbo man. I'm just sorry to say that. And our Yoruba brothers, I want to say many of them are culprits to this very point I made now. We live in their midst. We are very friendly. We are close. I know how many Yoruba people I'm carrying right now as I'm talking to you, Mr. Niger Watch. But, you know, the way a man, any little thing happen, Igbo. Even those who will still come to you and say, I beg, I never eat, we still say Igbo. And all this liking to from behind, you go and choke mouth here. You talk with this person, you carry waiting that one talk. You come talk to this one, you put their heads together, you move back. It will never help anybody in Nigeria. I will hold it on that. Let me go over to the man that was interviewed on the Right News, who said they don't know, you know, who these kidnappers are, and they don't know their whereabouts. But you have a mediator who you assured us can talk to them and be able to bring these children back. So what is the meaning of that? He doesn't know them, he doesn't know their whereabouts, but he will talk to them and negotiate. Government should support him so that he can go and negotiate with them. Who is deceiving who? Who is deceiving who in that country? Okay, look at what you just mentioned now that is happening in Edo State. The PDP chairman picked. Too many people now will be suspected. Who knows who carried it? Maybe those who are having problem with the incumbent governor, they may start suspecting. Or those who say the man, you know, that was picked through the primaries. Now, the one that was not picked, he may be the one. But it may be a different thing altogether. Nigeria is in a mess, my brother. I want to tell you this. And I'm begging our people, all of us from the South, whether we like it or not, let everybody please make arrangement for whatever type of, you know, group of vigilantes we can put in position, most especially in every local government. I want to pray and beg the Obas that they should talk to or invite the governors, invite the local government chairman, even though we know they are corrupt, but advise them to get youths ready. Because what is happening here, we are playing with it. We are romancing it. When it will explode here,
okay,
God will not allow it.
Thank you.
Please, let's talk to everybody. Let everybody be vigilant. Whatever they say, they are telling us that the army, who is saying that army should do everything. We know why the army is not doing everything, for God's sake. My brother, God bless you. Let me stop it here.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Yes, sir. Okay, callers, I guess I'm done right now. Let me quickly move on to the panel, to be honest. If we can finish. Okay, yes, let me return a call. I'm sorry. Mrs. Sigini called. Let me return a call. Hold on, guys. Let me quickly do this. Thank you very much, man, for calling in. I thought I should return your call quickly. Good evening to you.
Yes, good evening. Thank you very much for returning my call. Thank you for what you're doing, Mr. Niger Watch. You know, you're doing a great job. And even though I'm behind supporting you, like I said, I'm always on this program every day. So
thank you.
I just thank you for everything that you're doing. So about the discussion today, let's talk about the Igbo people first. The man was right. When people say, go back to where you're coming from, go back. I was born in Lagos. I'm from Delta State. I was born in Lagos. I grew up with a lot of Yoruba people. I speak Yoruba fluently. I schooled in Lagos before going out to school outside Lagos, So, and I live with both Igbos, Yoruba. We all live together, as one. So when people say go back to where you're coming from, go back to where you're coming from. Lagos State was a former capital. And that's why everybody, my father moved to Lagos years ago, so it really doesn't make sense. People that came to Lagos developed Lagos to what it is today. It doesn't make sense. So that's one thing. And at the end of the day, this narrative is coming from politicians. They're the ones bringing this division to putting it in amongst us, and then the senseless ones are running with it. So that's one. So the kidnapping thing, Nigeria, the Nigerian government is not serious. The army, they're not serious. And I feel that if they know they can't handle this kidnapping thing, they should call for help. How do you say people that have killed people, at the end of the day, you bring them into the army, you bring them into the police to say they have been forgiven? Things like this should come with consequences. And that is why this thing will continue. These people fight people. As soon as they are caught, they should be fined as well. That is the only way you can deter people from, making this a business. They now have the gut to ask for the kind of money that you can't even imagine. Does that make sense? We're all looking like fools, like we don't know what we're doing, And if Nigerian government can't handle this situation, they can call for help from outside, so that they can kill this thing once and for all. And how do you get rid of this whole thing? Is by putting a very high cost on it. Anybody that is caught should be fined. It's as simple as that. That would deter a lot of people from, getting into it. So that is about that. That's about that. And they're giving Fulani land in other part of Nigeria. I don't understand. There's a lot of land in the north that if they want to have ranches, they can have ranches in the north and transport whatever their produce to the other part of Nigeria. Why must they have ranches in all the 36 states in Nigeria? Why? I don't understand. So those are the things I really want to talk about. Thank you very much, Mr. Niger Watch. You're doing a fantastic job.
Thank you,
Thank you.
God bless you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Yeah. Wow. Okay. I would like us to move on. Okay, I go. My love God is my struggle. Madam, I'm returning your call quickly, please. Thank you, ma. Good evening to you. Please, I'd like you to talk to us. Good evening to you.
Good evening, my brother. My minute is how many? Good
3
evening.
minutes.
Let me greet
3
everybody.
minutes.
I'm sorry.
3 minutes.
Okay, good evening to everyone. The panel and comment section. I get plenty to talk every day. I agree to my sweet mother, Mommy Diaspora. Agree to happy weekend. And quickly, I will talk about the man when make us speak. I'll try to speak for broken. That man, when he talks, say, Mokwe, he go bring the protocol, make it change our politician mind, make it come out the heart of stone from their hearts and put the heart of flesh. Mr. Man, if you hear me, you waste time. Jesus don't do that one. No. You don't come enter our hearts. That is the change of heart. That prayer they pray, you not go walk. Now you go stand to fight for your country. That's one. Then I go to need media. Need media was talking about money that went to the northeast. And the northeast is Adamawa, Bauchi, Bonu, Gombe. No, is it Gombe? Taraba and Yobe, 126.9 billion going to them for what? What are they putting to the Nigerian economy? For them to have as much money as that going to the northeast is just too much. What are they contributing to the national economy, the national budget for them to be able to take as much as that? I think that is wrong. What are they using it for? What is it? What have they seen anything that they've used it for in that place? All those people in IGB camp, have they built them house? What have they done with it? That one needs to be answered. Then I go straight to me, Dr. Yusuf. Now I want to say thank you for always coming out. You spoke well today. But I want to say the problem we have in Nigeria is nobody rather than Gumi. Gumi should come out and tell us what business he has with the terrorists. Gumi should come out and tell us why is he the only one that the terrorists can listen to. There's something. Gumi is telling us that he's the one that knows that terrorism was established in the north. So he has to come and tell us. Now I go finally to Mr. Tunungu. Mr. Tunungu, you are asking us that compulsorily we must give our land to the Fulanis. The Fulani were chased from Ghana. The Fulani were chased from Zimbabwe. All over the north, Africa, they chased them from their land. And they come to Nigeria, we allow them to occupy the north. And you are now telling us that we should give our land to the Fulani? For what reason? We can't give our land to anybody. We are managing the land we have, and you want to come and take our land? Nobody will not give anybody our land. If it's that the reason why they gave you to be president of Nigeria, you are fellow, because we stand and fight you with everything that we have. Thank you.
Thank you, ma. God bless you. Thank you so much.
Madam,
Okay.
Mr. Iris. Mr. Iris.
Somebody's on the phone now.
I want to ask the madam one question.
She's gone now. We don't keep
she's gone. Okay, maybe if she's hearing.
Okay. No. Just keep it. Bullet point is, sir. You are the next to speak when it gets to your turn. Bullet point is, she's watching you. Thank you, Mr. Chris, for calling in. Good evening to you, sir. Please talk to us. You have 3 minutes.
Good evening, Mr. Nanjawat. Good evening, everybody in the comment section, in the panel, and everybody listening to us all over the world. My name is Chris. I'm calling from Dublin. Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Good evening, sir, for the opportunity to contribute. It's quite shocking the way we run our country, Nigeria. Well, it was never a country. Now, you have a group of people that they call the Igbos. They go about the nation trying to cement everybody together. Anywhere they go, they establish houses, they establish businesses to join everybody together. And yet we call these people that they are the people that wants to divide the country. They go about building houses, building bridges, but yet the whole nation is against them. Now they've been destroying their houses in Lagos, but nothing is being done to help these guys. But whereas we have another subset of people that are originally not even Nigerians, the president is saying that we should give them land all over the country for them to do what I don't know. Isn't that an irony? The people that are spending their hard-earned money to build houses, you are destroying it. And you are asking people to give another set of people land to develop all over the country, in one country. And we think we can move forward like this. And we believe that if we keep saying one Nigeria, things will eventually get better. We forget that there are new generations of Nigeria growing up, generations that can read history. Everything now is on the internet, it's not the one they did 60-something years ago that people are not even aware of. In Kano, these same people, these Fulanis, Ruga was established for them in Kano, complete with all facilities, but they refused to stay. Ganduje did that for them, they refused to stay. But they want to go all over Nigeria and acquire land for what? I don't know what they want to use such land for. And as for Sheikh Gumi, I think we just all have to refresh our memory. Because if I say we do anyhow in our country, it looks as if somebody doesn't believe in the nation. Sheikh Gumi, I repeated his name 3 times, was banned from Saudi Arabia from terrorist activities. You remember Abdul Muttalib, the Nigerian guy that wanted to blow the US Air Force, that Delta Air Force? The guy was found with Sheikh Gumi. It was Sheikh Gumi that was reportedly involved in his grooming. So when the investigation went on and on, they called him for interrogations. That's rightly today, Sheikh Gumi cannot go to Saudi Arabia. So, and that's the kind of character that we are dealing with in the country. And everybody is just going about as if it is normal. But Nigerians, I've got good news from you, for you all. As long as we continue to live our life like this is how the nation is just going to remain. The people that are fighting to keep the nation apart, we are tearing these people apart, all in the name of Igbophobia. Well, not until we are ready to move forward. Let's keep going backward. Good evening, Mr. Nanjarosh. I'm sorry I took
Thank you, sir.
1 minute out of time. Yeah.
God bless you, sir, Mr. Chris. Thank you, sir. All right, Mr. Innocent, thank you, sir, for calling in. Off your gadget, please. Go ahead, sir. Talk to us. Good evening to you.
Okay, is it off now?
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Yeah,
You have
evening.
3 minutes. Thank
Are
you,
you
sir.
still hearing people?
Sir,
Okay.
go ahead.
Thank
3
you
minutes.
very much for,
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Yes. What I wanted to talk about is this, these northern leaders. You see, these northern leaders, they are taking, we the southerners so much for granted, Now, this cattle they are rearing, do you know that these northerners, they don't even eat this, cattle. This cattle they rear. This cattle they rear, their main, consumers are southerners, especially like I know, the Igbos. Every time there's something, the Igbos are doing something, they kill cow. Now, do you know that the Muslims, when they are doing their Ramadan or whatever, they eat ram. They don't eat cow. Even the ones that make suya, those people that make suya, they don't even taste the suya. So in business, it is said that the customer have advantage, But in this case, we the customers do not even have any, we're not even recognized. So what happens that if the Southerners one time decide collectively to stop eating ram, where would they even would there be any ram, a ram farm again? I mean a cattle farm again in the north? There will not be. Now customers are supposed to be, superior, but now we are their customers. They are subjugating us. They are forcing us to do what we don't want to do. This country, this country is, I don't know, it's upside down. It's upside down. They are supposed to be telling their customers, making them happy, because they don't eat this cow. They don't. Find out if anybody can tell me. They don't eat it. Muslims do not eat that. Muslim eat ram. That's what they eat. But they bring this cow, they bring them down to the south. We are their customers. We pay them. We keep them in business, but they have no respect for us. I don't know where, how we can turn this around. They want to have the land by force. How can they have land by force? You have people's land. You come back there by force, rear their cow, your cow, and then sell it to them at your own price. It's not even that you're selling it to them at a bargaining price because they have given you land. Now, these northern leaders, they have taken us so much for a ride. As people should stand up and tell them that this country belongs to all of us. Because they are northerners, they have had this position all along, sharing positions. Look at what Buhari did. All the people that he put in office, you can hardly find an Igbo man,
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Yeah, thank you very much. I'll leave it at that. Thank you very much.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Mr. Mashallah, thanks for calling in, sir. Good evening to you. Please talk to us. You have 3 minutes.
Hello, Nigeria. I just want to speak on the ultimatum the president is giving the governors. I think the governors have voted. They voted these governors in. Tinubu, let's assume you were voted in the same way they voted the governors. You cannot be commanding the governors to provide land. People voted for the governors, so you do not have the right to tell the governors to provide land. And if any governor does it, that means we are ready for another part of the country. Because I don't understand why will you have an agreement with the northerners, you want to give them land, and then you are forcing people to give you land. Do not put trouble into the country. We are still trying to survive. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Mashallah. God bless you. There's one particular person that I've called so many times. I would like to engineer Mr. Emmanuel. Mr. Emmanuel, I'm returning your call. You're the last caller. I just hope you're right there. Thank you very much, sir. Good evening to you. I can see you called a couple of times. Please talk to us.
Yeah, I saw your caption. I want to confirm the kidnapping of Edo State PDP chairman. Is it true or
Yeah,
just a
it's
rumor?
true.
I wanted to
It's
confirm.
true. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, if it's not true, don't put it here.
Okay. So what is the? I don't know what is the latest news there, but are they releasing more?
No. Before I came on air, there's nothing like Israel. I don't know if they are releasing him now, but before I came on air, to the best of my knowledge, he's still kidnapped. He's still with them.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you,
sir. Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. That is it. Callers, thank you very much. God bless every one of you. I think I've fulfilled that task right there. So let me come to the panel. Guys, help us to press on like button and press on the $sign and buy me a coffee. God bless you all. Okay, let me come to the first person on the panel. I only have 2 people with me, and I'm not going to post a link anymore today. So those 2 people we talk, I'll end the show. So except say you get the previous link, you can come in, but I'm not posting the link anymore. Mr. Jonathan, thank you very much, sir, for your time with us. Good evening to you. So I'm going to give you 10 minutes. Talk to us. Let's do 10 minutes.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. Elvis. I believe you are doing very well today.
Personally, I'm doing well, but if we have to look at it the other way around, what is happening in our country is pathetic.
Yeah, it is. It is. Yeah, greetings to you. Greetings to fellow panelists and those that are on the comment section, those that are listening. I greet everyone. Welcome. I just want to respond. I believe it was Madam, one of the ladies that called.
Love of God is my strength.
Madam God, love of God is my strength. Yeah, when she talked about Dr. Yusuf. I just wanted to ask her the question, like, what is it that is good in what that man said? I don't see anything that is good. If anything, I think he was just playing games. Just tell them to their face what they are doing. In other words, let them know that we know that they can come out with bold face, with a very serious face, and be saying all those words, But see, Nigerians are not fools. We go deep, we listen, go deep into what you are saying, deeper into what you are saying. And the man is a textbook definition of hypocrisy. I don't know where this man was during Buhari's period, Buhari's presidency. But let's leave it at that. I just want to stress that nothing good. If anything, this man was saying, in other words, that the government should negotiate with terrorists. So that alone, even if he had mentioned anything good, that neutralizes it. Anything good at all from whatever he might have said, for whatever good Nigerian government should negotiate with terrorists. That is the headline of his statement. That is the headline of everything he said. But I also want to, appreciate one of the callers, or Madam Igini, where she talked about, the Fulani asking for, for land in all the 36 states. Why? She put out the question, said, why the Fulani asking for land in all the 36 states? Why? It's a question that you have to, even policy makers, people that make policies, even people that at the end of the day will even debate on this, discuss on it. That question is what will be in front of them. Why? And you have to answer it honestly. Because in the process of answering that question, you want to determine what is the benefit for the people of that state. What will be the benefit, or what are the benefits for that state? What are the benefits for the people of that community? You have to determine that too. You can't take that out. You must stress that. So why That's the fundamental question. Telling Nigerians at this age and time to negotiate with terrorists that just clears it all. The intentions of these northern Fulanis. So government should, so your intention is that government should negotiate. So that's the reason why you went and kidnapped 287 school children. So that government can negotiate. See, let me say this up front. Mr. Tinubu, and for any state government to give land to Fulani is an impeachable offense, because before you became governor or president, you sworn an oath that you will defend, you will protect the property. In fact, the Constitution stated it clearly. The primary function of the government is to protect the citizens, lives and properties. So giving land, ceding land to one section of the country for what? If they want to come and do business, then even come and, if the state find it, worthy, then fine. But to deliberately, through the instrumentality of the law, ceded some portion of a state or a community for you, how can that be? So I'll come back to this terrorist thing that they are talking about. See, we all know. If you don't know, at least maybe you are hearing it for the first time. Don't be naive. Nigeria government is a lie. The Nigerian as a state, as a country itself, is a lie. So Tinubu can't do anything. Let's get that straight. He cannot take any presidential decision. I dare him. I dare him on this one. He is the president, right? Let him take the presidential decision now that he will not negotiate with terrorists. Having said earlier that it is not the right thing for the government of Nigeria to negotiate with terrorists, unfortunately, this government will negotiate with them because Mr. Tinubu has no presidential power. He cannot, he must. I dare him not to. He can't. He will negotiate with them. That is where we find ourselves in Nigeria. Mr. Tinubu will negotiate with terrorists at the end of the day, because that is the arrangement he had with the northern Fulanis. If not, we won't see the likes of Dr. Yusuf coming out saying
Are you sure? He might not.
Yeah, no, Mr. Elvis, people listening, Mr. Tinubu, because see, when Nigerian government say yes, by now, anybody who is a Nigerian and you are following Nigeria, even in the last 10 years alone, forget about history now, let's even put that in the burner for a second. Even in the last 10 years alone, if you are following Nigerian politics, when they say yes, they mean no. When they say no, they mean yes. When Mr. Tinubu came out the other day and said he will not negotiate with terrorists, for me, as a Nigerian that follow Nigerian politics, the Nigerian landscape, they are going to negotiate with them. At the
but
end
he
of
said he's not going to pay a dime.
Okay, what is it that Gumi is saying? What is negotiating? What is ransom? Please tell me the difference. Maybe we can put that and debate that. What is negotiating? What is ransom?
Yeah, it's the same thing.
It's the same thing.
But
that's what I mean.
No, Gumi is only saying that Tinubu should join him to negotiate with the terrorists, but Tinubu have not come out to say that he's certainly going to join them.
You see, the thing is that they said, as they always say, they say the devil is in the details. The devil is in the book itself, not the cover of the book. They are now saying that you have to give these people life. You have to provide for them what they need. What do you think the Nigerian government will do? the Nigerian government will go and sit down with them and negotiate. They will negotiate because you are saying
we are here. We will report it. We are here.
Yeah, Gumi is even saying that there's one of your headlines today is that Gumi said he will go and talk, with the terrorists to release the children, and the Nigerian government cannot take that man and lock him up immediately and get him arrested immediately.
No,
So
but the same Gumi came. No, you cannot say that. The same Gumi came on air the other day, saying that both him and all the leaders, politicians, all of them know the leaders of these terrorists.
So what are we? So
why do you want to arrest Ole Gumi?
No, it's not only him. Yeah, but they will have to. Yes, I know.
That's what I'm saying. Who is going to arrest him?
But they will have to start. That's I said earlier that I dare Mr. Tinubu. I'm only, I dare him.
But because he's indicting everybody that all of us know ourselves. That's what he came to arise to say. So if you are calling for anybody to arrest him, who is going to dare to arrest Gumi? Because he's saying all of us know the leaders of these terrorists, but we don't know the foot soldier. Unquote. Now, say talk yesterday, Nabi.
I agree. Yeah, I know. That's a public statement. He made it, and the statement is out there. That's the reason why I said I dare Mr. Tinubu not to negotiate. So when you know all these facts and the government is doing nothing about it, then you know that they are playing games. At the end of the day, they will negotiate with these people. That is that is the state we are in Nigeria today. They will end up to negotiate with them. And as I said, I put it out there, I dare him, Mr. Tinubu, not to negotiate. You will negotiate with them. You have no choice, because that is where you have put yourself. That is the state where you are right now. That is the arrangement you had with the northern Fulanis to get you to power. That is the arrangement. So Nigerians, you see, and this is not going to work. It's not going to succeed. But you have only one way out. There's only one way out for you. But before I dwell on that, I just want to, because of time, let me quickly talk on Chief Iwuanyanwu and what, he's been doing and what he has done so far. I want to, he's been doing a good work since he became the chairman or the president of the Ohaneze. I want to give it to him, what he has done so far. It means that he's been working on the ground, in the background. They are not seated. They are actually doing something. And I think he came out to let people know what they've been doing, that they've got the government to a point where they will compensate for all the properties demolished. That's a good one, that the government is now thinking. That's what he said. He said they have gotten the government to be thinking in the line of compensation. So that's a good thing, because at the end of the day, it is injustice. Because a country where there is rule of law, no government can do that and go away with it. It is impossible. These people will be compensated, whether today, whether tomorrow, whether in 5, 10 years, 20 years time, they will be compensated at the end of the day. They will be compensated, because Nigeria is not going to be like this forever. Whether in 20 years time, whether in 30, these people will be compensated. The rule of law will prevail on this. They will get the worth of their property. They will get it back. The only thing we can say is it going to happen tomorrow? Is it going to happen next year? But they will be compensated. And that is, we give that to the work that this group, has been doing and what they have done so far. And he mentioned something very profound. There can be no development in Nigeria without giving powers to the local government. Powers must go back to the local government. And that is that area that he talked about. I believe he was very political about it, very smart. He was simply referring to the 2014 National Conference, the Jonathan National Conference, because that is the center point of that conference. The first item on the recommendation of that national conference was devolution of powers. Powers must go back to the people. Without mentioning the National Conference 2014, but he stated it clearly. And he said it. He said, there will be no development in Nigeria. The government cannot stop this insecurity. They cannot stop they can't solve unemployment problem in Nigeria. They cannot even do anything to encourage businesses to thrive and to grow if they still continue in this system, if Nigeria continue in this system without bringing power down to the people, down to the local government, down to the local level. Yes, of course, it's not going to happen in Nigeria until they do this. They can be dancing all over the place. They're just still wasting time. They are wasting time. Insecurity will not go away without you bringing state police to bear. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. And with respect, again, let me now come back to Mr. Tinubu. Mr. Tinubu, you are playing with fire. That's what you are doing. You are playing with fire. You have said severally in so many, platform as president. The president has a megaphone. If you say you are the president of a country, you have that megaphone. When you speak, it goes far. And Nigerians have heard you so many times, Mr. Tinubu, this last 10 months that you became president, that Nigerians should come together. You have called people, come together. Let us work together. You have said that severally. It's a good talk. It's normal for a president to say that. In fact, a normal president will expect a normal president to say that. You have said that. A president will say that. Whether legitimate president, whether illegitimate president, normally a president will say that. Please, let's come together as people. Let us work together for the betterment of our country. But Mr. Tinubu, you cannot achieve that. And it seems that you are not getting it. You can't achieve that unless you come clean. And I'm not naive whenever I say you should come clean. I'm not really expecting you to come out tomorrow and say, I rigged the election. I'm not expecting you to come out tomorrow and say, I rigged the election, and therefore, because if you do that, then you should be handcuffed and then sent to prison immediately. So I'm not naive. I'm not expecting you to do that, but you still have to come clean. You must come clean. You must come out. If you want Nigerians to come together and things to start working, you must come out clean and acknowledge that the February 25th, 2023 election was grossly flawed. That it was below the expectation of Nigerians. It's not what Nigerians expected. You must acknowledge that. You cannot steal, and you are still bold, and you are still claiming what does not belong to you. You can't do that. Nigerians cannot come together.
Mr. Jonathan, round up in 2 minutes.
Yeah. So you must do that. And furthermore, you must immediately, Mr. Tinubu, send a bill to the National Assembly, taking the powers to appoint the INEC chairman. You must sack the INEC chairman today, Mr. Tinubu, and send another bill, a fresh bill to the National Assembly as president. Yes, you are the first member of the Senate. You are the first member of the National Assembly. You have right to send a bill to the National Assembly. Send a bill to them, asking them to take that power away from you, and for the National Assembly to discuss how the new INEC chairman will be appointed, and how the National Electoral or the state electoral commissioners, how they will be appointed. They should discuss it. Take your hands off it. If you do that, then we will know that honestly and truly you are calling for Nigerians to come together. That is the only way. That will be the beginning. This is just my own humble advise as a Nigerian. If all this call, because before we call Jack, everywhere we find you, you are calling Nigerians to come together. And you are still taking Nigerians for granted, as if we are fools, as if we don't know what happened, as if we don't know that you are declared in the middle of the night, as if we don't know that you didn't win the election. We know all of that. You have to come clean. This is the only way for the good of that country. This is the only way to move Nigeria forward. And so if you do that, the powers, the presidential power to act, it will come back to you. You can take the action, the decision to sack the terrorists. But without that, you will continue to romance with the northern Fulanis, and Nigeria is going nowhere as a country. Mr. Elvis, I will leave it at that for now. If I have opportunity again, I will talk on this their budget, this their criminal crooked budget, that they passed the past few months. Thank you, Mr. Elvis. I really appreciate it. Thanks to everyone.
Thank you, Mr. Jonathan. But the task where they carry, they give Mr. Tinubu so make it pass big. Make it go give.
No, it's very simple. It's very simple. Just tell the National Assembly that first thing Mr. Tinubu will do, sack Mahmoud Yakubu. Take Mahmoud Yakubu off the table. Then now who is going to appoint?
But how do you expect Tinubu to sack Yakubu that played in his favor?
Then it's not. Then Nigerians can't come together. His play is just let him continue to romance the Northern Fulani, the arrangement that he had with them, that he will negotiate. He will give them land in all the states of the federation. That is it. That is the game, and it's unfolding. We're seeing it playing out. But how we will achieve that, we shall see now.
Okay. Anyway, thank you very much, Mr. Jonathan. I love listening to you, to be honest. Thank you so much. Thank you very much, my wonderful people right there. Finally, I guess somebody would not buy me coffee today. Thank you very much. Love God is my strength. Thank you very much, madam. May God bless you. Thanks for that wonderful support. I really do appreciate you. I'd like to pick this call before I come to Mr. Israel. Thank you very much, Madam Origin, for calling in. Good evening to you. Hello.
Hello, Mr. Niger Watch.
Thank you.
The one that is helping the Nigeria people. Feel like say they still there.
Thank you,
Niger Watch. God bless you. God bless you and your panelists. Me, I am Madam Origin, the one that is cheering you all up. That's all my job. My job is very simple. Mr. Jonathan, thank you. God bless you. Thank you, everyone. I greet everyone. This is another wonderful day. We have come to scream and shout. We have come to make our voices known to the world, though, because what is happening is scary. Today, I just want to write a note to WHO. WHO, hear me, Mr. Niger Watch, tag WHO, World Health Organization, and anyone else that can help save Nigeria. There is I have diagnosed them anyway. Couldn't care if WHO think what I'm saying is wrong. They should come and do this diagnosis themselves. Nigerians are suffering from PTSD. Nigerians are suffering. Too much going on. WHO, I tell you, the leaders in Nigeria are a threat. THREAT. Threats to human lives. The Nigerian lives are in jeopardy because of the governance. The leaders are a threat to life. They are making that people, everyone there is suffering. People are dying. People are hungry. They did it intentionally. There is intentional hunger in Nigeria because the Nigerian government have taken, they created inflation by themselves. They created hunger by themselves. Everything is deliberate. They started it, they are implementing it. WHO, come and diagnose what is going on in Nigeria. Anyone that is spying and dying in Nigeria, it is on your head, though, because there is trouble in the land. How can a government set up, say they stopped subsidy, and they're still paying subsidy? When they stop the subsidy, they increase fuel price. Everything has increased. They say they want to reduce purchasing power. They say they want to bring in 500 million armies. What are those armies going to do? Now they are forcing states to give land. Now, let me tell you, WHO, what these people are talking about is we have a people, they are not even the indigenous people of Nigeria. They are just 6%. We have 371 tribes, 500 languages. The majority that have the Hausas are 25%. WHO, listen, Yoruba 21%, Igbo 18%. We have TV, we have Igbos. Now these Fulanis, they are 6%. They are the ones that the government have arranged with the government to annihilate the indigenous people. They want to distribute them all over the place, so that when they start, they will just want to, as we are speaking, the northeast and north central, they are mopping their lives, they are buying them every day. WHO, everybody that wants to hear, tell WHO that Nigeria people there is a threat. Our lives are under threat by the government. Thank you, Mr. Niger Watch. I even bought the bell. I'll be ringing it these days. Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you, man. Thank you very much. All right. Thank you very much, my wonderful people. I would like to quickly move on to the next person on the panel. I have a support from Mr. Johnson Emmanuel. Thank you very much, sir. May God bless you. I really do appreciate this. Thank you so much for all you do. Guys, help us to press on that like button. Help us to share. Mr. Israel, thank you very much, Machiavelli, for joining us. Good evening to you. Please, I'd like you to talk to us. You have 10 minutes. Your voice is low. We can't hear you. Yeah, the voice is too low.
It's because
okay, it's better now.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, it's very good now. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Maybe because I was using my headphones. Okay. Thank you very much. Today, I think I just obviously popped into it, and somebody was speaking, and I actually saw the topic. It actually drew my attention. First of all, I listened to the first panelist who spoke. I think is one Mr. Jonathan. And I actually loved his submission. It actually brought out what government actually, the responsibilities of government. I'll start like this. Government is an institution through which the will of a country can be formulated and attained. So if that is the primary objective of a government, to maintain, to make sure, to provide security of life and property of its own citizen, that is its primary objective. With backing it with an institution that is actually robust. He made mention of, the House of Parliament, that Tinubu should make this thing and remove Mahmoud. My brother, he cannot remove him because these are institutions that are weak. If there was a proper institutions actually working in the Nigerian state today, Tinubu will not be there. He knows that. And I've always been an advocate from day one that the institutions of the Federal Republic of Nigeria has been wrong. And that is why these people play on this. Do you actually understand that the Senate president was actually picked by who? Tinubu himself. So he was imposed to these parliamentarians. So he actually controls the Senate and the House of Rep. So whatever he wants to pass this today, Tinubu can pass it because he has the majority in parliament. But here's the problem we're having, because we have leaders who does not understand what is called ideology. They don't understand how a nation actually functions. They are just there doing what they like, or what the system called garbage in, garbage out. We do not have democracy. Actually, that is what we say we're practicing, which they sign under the United Nations. But what we have, a system we having now, is a system called plutocracy, a government of the elite, by the elite, their pockets and their party. They do not understand what government actually is. Look at them. All of them that you see there, they are all calling themselves technocrat rather than they're all bunch of, people who have no idea of how countries work. Now, look at it. From the other side, I heard one of my sisters calling on the phone saying, the Igbos, look at the way they're treating them. Now, you now ask yourself, a country where you are being told to leave your country, you're born there. Now, everybody go and check. And in the section of the Constitution, like in section 43, well, it actually states that anybody born in the territory called Nigeria is a Nigerian. Please fact checked it. He is a Nigerian. So if you tell anybody in Nigeria today to leave their country or go back to their country, you are committing a crime. And this is where the institutions need to come out. The institutions are not actually working. I'll give it to you like this. In some of you who live outside the country, now check it. Anybody you asked and said, don't live here or leave this country, you'll be severely dealt with. You might be arrested or even be prosecuted. That is an institution working. The police is an institution. Every government parastatals, they are all institutions working as if they are cash machine, because a cash machine does not know whoever puts him there. If you put him there and tomorrow you come back and say you want 10 naira, he will not give you 20 naira. That will not happen. So these are what we actually want, to back whatever you put. And today, that is why you see them don't have policies that actually make the country thrive, because there is no institution actually backing it. But the question now is, you're telling somebody to leave their own country and you can't, your government cannot even do anything. That's the thing. You are making these people feel as if this is not their country. So who then is the owner of the country? Now you are calling people to give out their land. Oh my God. Nigeria cannot actually thrive without bringing the government to its people. He said it, Jonathan said it just now. It is true. Without restructuring Nigeria today, we are still going to be seeing this garbage in, garbage out system. The first thing as first aid, which is given to a treatment given to a person before the arrival of a doctor, that is what Nigeria wants. The first aid to be given Nigeria, first of all, is to restructure the country. If you want to take it, that's it. But there is no way you can tell me that a central government can always thrive in Nigeria. It will not happen. How can you sit down in Abuja and dictating for 36 states and +1, which is 37? That's what the layman will say. Don't be juju be that. You need to restructure this country. You need to take the government back to its people. Let the government be closer to the people. Let us have this local government. Let us have this state government taking it upon themselves, an autonomous power to actually create an enabling environment. Let everybody go and strive on their own. That is the only way Nigerian can work. Not this thing, not this situation now. Because you cannot then mandate a country, mandate everybody to give out their land just because of your own selfish interest. The interest of who? Just one ethnic group. So in a democratic system, whereby the Constitution, you are actually breaking the law, what is called the supreme law of the land. You are not respecting the rule of law. The rule of law is supreme to every individual in a given political system. So you are not trying to prioritize one person to the other. But thereby, on your constitution, it says equality before the law. So it means that these leaders does not understand. Even the so-called people who are parliamentarians who are supposed to be making the laws for the country, they don't even understand what they're doing. Because if you're saying you're mandating every Nigerians to give up their land to give to one ethnic group just because of their own selfish interest, my question is, Is there anything that you have actually dialogue with these people that they are telling you until you give them this thing will not stop? That is what I don't get. Because we need to actually think, how did you arrive at this conclusion to say everybody must give up their land? Because to my understanding, I know you get security briefings every day, so you understand that there's something going on. Is it that these people are secretly telling you that this is what they want, then they can stop this nonsense? Then it means you as a government, you have failed in all ramification. You have not put, this is what you sworn on the 29th of May, that you will defend every Nigerian's and the property. And right now, what you're doing is you are robbing Paul to pay Peter. That is what it is. Because if you say equality before the law, everybody should be equal before the law. Why do you have this preference? This is another question. But how can you now solve this problem if you actually have an idea? Some people might think, oh, you hate this president because you actually believe that this is, most of them always call it, and this is obedient because they're always believing, they're always opposition. You see, a concerned Nigeria is always going to be concerned with this teke mene you faso you have used to envelope the whole Nigeria, and they are swimming inside the ocean of poverty like that of the Bermuda Triangle. We must tell you the truth. I'm a Nigerian first, and I won't be happy when you are not making other people so superior to the others. Because the Constitution says otherwise. And nobody is actually stopping you from saying that is wrong. From what I can understand, the National Assembly were to even step in and say, no, you don't do that. That's a dictatorial tendency. We're not living in a dictatorial, we're not even living in North Korea, where the Juche ideology can stand and everybody will just answer and say, yes, sir. No, this is a democratic era where we have opposition and where we have the freedom to speak.
Yeah, but we are getting there. We are, if we don't do something about it now, we are gradually getting there.
Yes, you are correct. The reason I say you are correct.
The Constitution is not working. You're talking about the ethnicism and all that. These have been going on for so long. These guys, they selectively choose who they want the Constitution to affect or not. So it's crazy. Who are we going to call? You are calling on the on these same satanic people to do the right thing. Unfortunately, they are not going to do it because it's favoring them. Why is not favoring you and I? That's the fact.
Yeah, because it's not going to. The reason why this is very concerning, because Nigeria is gradually sliding into a one-party state. Because if you look at the National Assembly, it comprises of all the political parties who are supposed to be an opposition, but they never do. All they want to believe, all they want to do is to make sure that you give them the SUVs and everybody just say, yes, sir, on your mandate we shall stand. On which mandate? On the whole mandate of a hopelessness. That is what they did. You see, when he presented the budget in the National Assembly and everybody stood up, even the Labour Party, that some of the obedience actually suffered and some even almost died, used their life to protect their vote. And these were the same people who actually standing and started clapping on your mandate we shall stand. On which nonsense mandate? These are the things. So Nigerians should open their eyes now about what you are doing, what they're doing. SUVs, you sold your mandate away. Just SUV, you sold your mandate. So this is the thing, that these people does not have an ideology. And right now, is gradually sliding into a one-party state, because if you notice, all the elections they are doing in every state, you can see the federal is pulling their weight to say, I will need this state. You see them trying to meander Nigerians to believe on the same people, the same thing. They want to claim this state. Why do you think they are doing it? They want to make sure that they hold every state with their own party heading the affairs, so that any decision they want to take is just going to go smooth. Exactly. So Nigeria should be aware of what is going on. But my main concern is the security, the national security. Now, let me take your mind back. I think most of you must have forgotten when Babashir Lawal actually came out to say, during Buhari's era, when they started, this whole insecurity started, the United States and all other embassies actually gave the Nigerian state, the Senate, 42 intelligence. Do you still remember? 42 intelligent, and none was carried out. They actually told those people, please mind your own business, so because we don't come and give us fear here. That is what they told them. 42 intelligence that this thing is going to X, Y, and Z. We actually had one in the center, the capital city, Kuje prison. The old inmate was set free. Up to today, none of them has been arrested. You don't ask yourself, what is going on? A system that is the giant of Africa. They have these people with their nonsense ideology and reckless policies. They have reduced us from giant to termite of Africa. Look at what the president is telling you, to give up your land. And he also, did he believe that he's going to be using a dictatorial tendency to rule the country and nobody's going to talk to him? This is the thing. That is why we are where we are, because of these people. And some of these Nigerians will still believe that these people, I believe that Nigerians will thrive. Togetherness, Nigerians will thrive. If you ask me for separation, I will tell you I'm not part of the separation. I've always maintained my stand on that. Collectively, everyone, Nigerians are very intelligent. God bless us with intelligent manpower and resources. We have these three things. If you talk about the East, they are blessed with productivity. If you talk about the West, you are blessed with intelligence. If you talk about the North, they're also blessed with the natural resources. They're blessed with the land. So you can see that if we have a defined leader with great institutions, we are going to thrive. And this is why I believe, instead of us going to the West to say, thank you, sir, thank you, ma, let us boost in our own institutions. Come together with likewise mind to remove these people who have no idea of how a country works, garbage in, garbage out, telling you to give up your land just because you want to favor your own, whatever you call it. So for me, I believe Nigerians will stand, and you have always known my stand here. I believe for a better Nigeria with likewise individuals that actually understand what leadership means, and a better institution that will channel it.
Thank you.
And for some of us who does not understand that this government, right from day one, I knew there was something not right about them. Go and check the news. Go and check on, I think it was Channels TV. One of the APC chieftain from the north, Hajatu Mohammed, actually said it. He met with the president right now in London and asked him, sir, what is the blueprint you have for us? He said he does not have any blueprint. Go and check it. Then you expect this person to come and give you dividends of democracy or something like that? You're joking. That's why he's talking the way he wants to say it, do whatever he wants to do. He said on the 29th of May that subsidy was gone. It was a lie. He just wanted to increase the fuel price. That's what he was doing. Sorry, that's what he was doing. So what is going to happen? So what is going to happen is that the government will continue doing whatever they like because they believe that there's no institution to checkmate them. But thank God for the likes of Nigerians today who are waking up from the slumber and said, enough is enough. With this, your take mene yufasu, meandering Nigerians into this mess. We will not take it from you. Let whoever wants to do grazing, let them go and meet every of their state government to try and see, sorry about that, to try and see how they can, get a land and continue to do what they want to do. Sorry, just a minute.
All right. Because of the baby, we'll come back to you. Thank you very much for that wonderful submission. I appreciate every one of you right there. Let me quickly appreciate those of you that supported this channel. Started with Peggy Mondi. God bless you, madam. I really do appreciate you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Madam Iris Finest. I appreciate you. May God bless you. And thanks for the wonderful text attached to it. Then thank you, Mr. Johnson Emmanuel. Thank you very much. Love of God is my strength. I appreciate every one of you right there. Mr. Jonathan Kingsley, thank you very much, sir. I really do appreciate this. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you all for all you do, for the encouragement. May God bless you all. To be honest, my panelists, when you support me like this, it makes me really feel good, because normally I'm supposed to be paying you guys to encourage you guys to continue doing what you're doing. But when I see some of my panelists go extra miles to support the channel, I say, oh, wow. May God bless you, Mr. Jonathan Kingsley. I really do appreciate you and every one of you that is supporting us. Look at me, even Mother Iris Finest, even supporting me. Mother Iris Finest, when me supposed they pay, you know. Yeah, Mother Iris Finest have been with me for years on this platform here. Everything she's doing here is free. Wow. I pray we have that better Nigeria. May God bless you all, my wonderful people. I appreciate you all from the bottom of my heart. Thank you very much. I'd like us to quickly move on to the next person on the panel. You know, before I move on to the next person, you know what Mr. Machiavelli was saying. To be honest, as a patriotic Nigerian, that is how you're supposed to talk. But unfortunately, my question is, who are we not calling to do the things that you are asking? Just like Mr. Jonathan was calling as well earlier on. Tinubu tells us to sack Mahmoud Yakubu there, pass a bill to the National Assembly and do this and do that. These things cannot work because all these people are together. So that's what Mr. Machiavelli is also doing now. You know, the constitution needs to be changed, leave Nigerians, you know, to leave any part of the country and all that, which is everything he's saying is right. But unfortunately, who is going to make this happen? This,
Mr. Elvis, you know that before you talk anything now, some people will jump in and will say it's talk, no advice, no solution. We are putting solutions there.
Anyway, you are right. You are right. You know, I'm pleased with the advice. You know, even we coming here every day, you know, we are calling them out to do the right thing. But I always end it up by saying, unfortunately, they are not going to do anything. So they are the one to prove us wrong. They are the one to.
Mr. Evans, sorry. Mr. Evans, sorry. Let me tell you one thing. The Constitution has been amended loads of times with billions. It's still remaining like that. The Constitution is not the problem because it's expected what it's supposed to do. But the problem is you have institutions that are already weak by these same people who just want to maintain the status quo. That's the problem Nigerians are having. Unless they restructure Nigeria, and Tinubu was a champion of restructuring. Go and watch all his tweets when he was a governor. That is why when they talk, they say he's built Lagos. And I said, this is the same person that you said you built Lagos is destroying Nigeria with a nonsensical ideology and a rotten policies. He said subsidy was gone and it was a lie. IMF actually told him it was a lie. So he shouldn't be deceiving all these things. They are deceiving Nigerians. They should come out plain. They should be telling Nigerians the truth. And thank God today, the likewise Nigerians who are understanding that this system is not what it is. It's a garbage in, garbage out. And that is why they are saying Cabuto Richardamento. You must do what is right, because in a democratic system, things should be done according to how it is stated in the law. And unfortunately, some of these people making the laws are those people actually destroying this own country. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. Machiavelli, for that wonderful submission. We are looking forward to that particular day. We're going to see our government will start listening to us and start doing the right thing. But I'm sorry if I sound negative this evening or as usual. This particular set of people in power now will not give us what we are calling for. I'm not. No. Except they want. I don't know. They want to prove us wrong, but how is that going to be possible? Check these people. In case you guys are not aware, check these people. They plan them. Check it from number 1 man to number 3 man. Mr. Machiavelli just said earlier on that Tinubu handpicked Akpabio.
Yes,
you know what I mean? With
he
all
did.
the corruptions alleged to this man before he was picked to become the Senate president. You know, so it's crazy, man.
Sorry, let me just tell you, he did. He actually gave it to them, to the house. This is who you want. And the system where you handpick somebody, that is not a democracy. That is oligarchy. And why that is why people like Sheikh Gumi is trending, because he sees that he plays inside the loopholes of a system that does not have institutions. Do you think somebody like Sheikh Gumi will be in the United States and they will allow him to be negotiating? The government will have a way of negotiating, but they will still have their own machineries on the ground. Nigerian security need to wake up. The DSS need to wake up. What are the duties? Is it just arresting the Yahoo boy around the corner? This is a threat to national security, and they must take it serious. And our police, the army, they are overstretching our armies because the police are not doing their duty. The IG must stand up, must wake up. This is your institute. This is your institution must understand that the life of every Nigerian matters. And the more you are allowing these people, a private individual, private citizen is actually telling you that you have to come and see him before you start negotiating with the bandit, then there is something not right somewhere.
All right. You see, guys, it's only a country that the system doesn't work. You can see things like this happening. In fact, it's already disrespectful for a common citizen, a nobody, to call on a city president to come and join him to negotiate with terrorists. You know what that means? It's already disrespectful. It means say we don't see ourselves finish. We know ourselves as a talker. A commoner, a common citizen affiliated with a terrorist calling on a city president to join him so that they go enter one bus together. They'll go enter inside bush. They'll go negotiate with terrorists. That is the country we find ourselves. It's crazy. It's crazy. We'll continue to do our part on this platform. You all know what Nigeria Watch stands for. We stand for good governance. We come out every day calling out our government to do the right thing. It's really pathetic. It's crazy. I just hope we'll have a better Nigeria in our time. Thank you very much, my people. I appreciate you all. Amashola, my brother, thank you very much. I really do appreciate the support. Thank you. That's another panelist right there. Like I say, my panelists not the verse today. I appreciate you all. May God bless you all. Thank you so much for this, Mr. Amashola, for this support. Now God bless you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, let me quickly move on to the next person, which is Oga CM. Mr. CM, please talk to us. Good evening to you. Unmute yourself if you are there. You know, so when you off your camera, like that, we not know you to be off your camera. So I'll call the thing, say whether you did there or you not did there.
I do. Good evening, Nigeria Watch. Good evening.
Thank you, sir. Please talk to us.
Our protocol duly observed. Actually, I think I saw the headline. Not one. No, the one that the newspaper article you showed that Tinubu is asking the governors to provide land. Well, I just want to tell you what that headline means to you personally, Nigeria.
No, he's telling the 36 state governor to, by fire, by force, they must give Fulani elders land, you know, so yeah.
And what I want to tell you is, maybe I wasn't there then. I want to remind you personally now, Nigeria Watch, that they've given you have to revisit the assignment you solved before in Edo State. So you have to place your platform again to fight.
No, me, I don't know if you listened to my submission earlier on.
No, listen now. No, this is not a party affair now, because last time you did it out of patriotism and your love, even joined by Alex. Thank God Alex is here. So I know I'm not saying everybody has to, but they are trying to remind you that you defeated them before. Now you have to, start. You have
no,
to
I want another citizen to do it this time, to be honest. Because thank God that you mentioned someone like Alex and many others. It's only few people that actually appreciated what we did that time. So me, I want to join other citizens, Edo Light, to take the lead this time. Not be we go take lead anymore. You know,
Okay,
fire on
okay,
the
well,
mouth, my people, in
okay,
case you're not aware.
okay.
Thank you,
Whichever
sir.
way you look at it, you should be involved in one way or the other. Even if I say supporter or league leader, I don't know. But you see, but then that's a very sad commentary. You see, when Nnamdi Kanu was talking of Fulanization, thank God I listened to Radio Biafra 6, 7, maybe 8 years ago. People do not understand. What is the point, according to Professor Nigo Tite? More than 300 ethnic groups in Nigeria. Only one only one is asking for land. And to make it worse, to even underline what I call the toxic nature of their agenda, I have to use the word toxic. A Fulani governor, Omar Ganduje, think Omar Ganduje got a PhD from University of Ibadan. He said, come, Kano State is enough to contain, we have land. And as a person, I did my youth service in the southern part of Kano by this on your way to Jigawa State. Come and see vast land. 30 kilometers, you may not see anybody. In fact, as far as the eye could see, nothing. It's just like a plain field. Ganduje asked them, don't go south, come. There's enough land for you in the north here in Kano. We are not talking of any other state, just Kano alone. I mean, these are facts. Yet they want to come. And if you want to talk, hey, Southeast, you know, Niger State is bigger than the entire Southeast. I agree. Even Kebbi State, I agree. Then why then do you want land out of that small one? When you have big ones, you see, the agenda is not a noble one. I want people to know this. It's not. What if people like Ganduje or nobody offered them, say, no land? They would have been saying, okay, nothing. Why are they leaving Kano, where their kith and kin are in charge? They want to move to my local government in the south, Anambra. What are they doing there? What are they coming there to do? You see, that is the reason why everybody must sit up. This time, you don't need to wait for state because it's compound by compound that makes the town. Or the way we do it in our place, compound by compound makes what they call Umunna. Umunna by Umunna makes what they call a village. Small village by small village makes the entire town. Different towns makes a local government. Different local government together becomes a state. So if you start to cover that your own, everybody covers. Before you know it, you've covered your at least up to the town level. And then look, this is a battle for everybody to take on. The thing is, they are so brazen. So it is now a national agenda that the president of the country will be telling state governors, bring out land. Is that the problem of Nigeria? Is that the problem facing Nigeria? We are talking of people are being kidnapped left, right, and center. Nigeria, they've forgotten about electricity. That if you like, nobody's talking of, say, let us drink pipe-borne water. Let us have infrastructure, education, schools. Is it not students' loan that they suspended? They don't know. It's in abeyance. And they're talking of land. Is that what is more important? Bringing out land or making sure the students go to school? You see why I have to be pointing all this out is that a time has come for people. I know I said it here since last week. Nigerians should now be thinking of post-Nigeria republics. This thing we are looking at as if it's nothing. This thing will consume when the result of if we allow this, because if really you want to do ranching, in my home state of Anambra, Agwata local government, there's a ranch. One man established a ranch called Orient Farms. There are cows there. See them milling around. So many farms. His own. The cattle does not live even that part of the ranch and then move to the town, move to any other place. So what are we talking about? Why should somebody be trying to pull the wool over our eyes? Every state should bring out land. The Fulani must live in every. Is that the way? Which means they are not indigenous to Nigeria. Thank God I've learned here they were driven away from Zimbabwe, Central African Republic, even Ghana, Guinea, Mali. They had no right. It's only in Nigeria. Why? To be honest with you, I can't. Nobody can endure this. Well, to me, the battle line is now drawn. Anybody that want land can give to them. But all I know is that no, it can't happen. Any of the southeast governors that can ever say he bring out land, well, I don't want to say anything, but they know it. What sort of nonsense is this? Is that one? So Nigeria exists only for them. If their practice or whatever they are doing is so good, why were they driven out of Zimbabwe? Why were they driven out of Mali? Where are they finding difficulties? Even in Senegal, in Guinea, Ghana, they don't try it. My friend in Ghana told me that the president announced any wandering cattle let it become your stomach infrastructure. I mean, why? What is special about them and the Nigeria? What really is special? What I want to know, because there are certain things I yet to know. I want to. What really is special? We've been suffering this problem since they booted out Jonathan. Now look at terrorism everywhere in Nigeria. Gumi is asking uh, uh, Tinubu should go and negotiate with. Yesterday, I think the headline was "Give them hope." Now we are seeing Gumi should go and negotiate with terrorists, abduct them that abducted school, build the schools for them, give them hey, Jesus Christ. So this is a country I have to belong to. You see, I want people listening to me to understand why, when some of us are wishing for a separate existence after outside Nigeria, don't blame us. We don't. It's not hate. If I maybe you are from one part of the Nigeria, I said my part want to sort of break. I mean, not really break away, just to stay a bit apart and survive. Do not think I hate you. If we meet outside Nigeria, we rejoice. If you come into my country as a foreigner, like somebody going to Ghana or Sierra Leone, we won't drive you away. But let it be that we can now enforce our own laws and then help to preserve our civilization. Then all this, is that what we should be talking to now? Only this land. Why? Thank God for Ganduje. He said, "Come, there is land." What are they coming? Are people not? By the way, what is the population of Kano? They will tell you there are more people. People live. Why not live there? They've given you what you want. Why must it be? And it's not even one or two states, every state. So you want to plan them in every state. There's an agenda. There's a hidden agenda behind it, and that is what is sort of making people's antenna, so to speak, to stand up. 36 states, you must give them land. They must settle in every 36 states. Hey, oh God. You see, you must give them 36 states. They must live there. You bring out land is for them. Ha! I asked one historian from my side the other time. I happened to meet him in one platform. I said, look, you are old, you are more than 80 years. Please, in your history, you read history at Oxford and all those. I said, they said they used to have a grazing route. I said, did the grazing route come through our land? In this, I said, for where? So what are they talking about? When did this one start? Alhaji Sheikh Shagari was a Fulani man. He was a president. Why all this now? Why all this now? Why? So the agenda is just that what they told Tinubu. Remember, that's why they rigged. They did everything. 400 million naira spent on IREV and beavers was set aside. Even if you like, catch Tinubu red-handed with any crime, no way. They're hell-bent on putting him. At most, they will tell you, no, we can't look at it. It's not this. Till today, the result of presidential election from every polling unit in Nigeria is not with INEC. It's not ready. You can't see it. Yet they've declared somebody winner. You see, look, this as much as somebody may think I'm lamenting, Nigerians should wake up.
Roundups are 1 minute.
Yes, Nigerians should wake up. All they need to do is defend your father's compound and your environment. If all the millions in anywhere is defending, before you know it, everywhere is defended. Don't just listen to any. No state governor has the land has access to my own land. No way. No way. So all this type of something they are just talking, it won't work. It won't work. They know it. Who is saying that Dr. Alex Oti has already issued land for ranching at Tiabia? Where is it? Which place? People should not carry rumor that they don't know. Where Alex Oti issue land for ranching? They should come and establish ranch in the. Is that what they're asking you for? All these things are nonsense. It's a lie. But let me just end it like this. I'm calling on everybody to wake up like they say and smell the coffee, see the handwriting on the wall. They had better do something now before it's too late. We thought that with Buhari's regime, this nonsense has come to pass. Ruga, this. Look at what they are doing in Benin. Now they want to bring it down south. Why did the Igbo, why did the Igbo stood up to defend his people? Let's leave in Nande kind of for a while. What made the Igbo to stand up? If people feel that they can keep quiet and then allow the events to play out, your generation will be wiped out before you know it. There's a sinister, very toxic agenda. 36 states, every state should bring out a land for the Fulani. Because of what? So that we can be in the same country. To hell with Nigeria if that is the case. Thank you, Niger Watch.
All right, Augustine, thank you very much, sir, for that submission. God bless you. I appreciate you and for your time with us. Thank you, sir. Meanwhile,
yes,
please,
sir. I just want to add to what Dr. CF said now. You will all recall that during the presidential election, the campaign season, Buhari was on the sideline. He was not ready to support Mr. Tinubu. I want to believe that during that period, that was when the arrangement was made. He has to agree to continue this Ruga thing in exchange for the support of Buhari then. Because I see no reason why Mr. Tinubu, a Southwest president who happens to now emerge and is now in charge of the country, even though illegitimately, will agree, will be pursuing this herdsmen, land Ruga thing. It's just so, it's the only way you can put it, you can just sum it up, is that there is an arrangement. There is an arrangement, and he's sticking to his own side of the bargain. That is what is going on. Thank you.
Okay. I can see none of you have contributed to the report of Mr. Abure. So
no, this is in Niger Watch. There are things that are so much. This is like life and death issue. Abure may be Labour Party internal affair, but this Ruga something. Is this why? So Tinubu has not even okay.
No.
Why? Anyway, well, let me hold on.
Don't worry, we'll come to it again. I just received a message from the Labour Party. Anyway, I don't want to mention name here, but I forwarded it to you, Mr. Jonathan. Please read it out for everybody, sir. If you can help me with do that. Mr. Jonathan, are you there? Can you hear me, sir? Mr. Jonathan?
Yeah, I can hear you, Mr. Elvis.
Do you get my message?
Okay, 1 second.
Thank you, guys. Help us to press on the like button and help us to share as well. Let me check. Okay, we have a couple of other links here as well. Okay.
Yeah, I got a message. It said Julius Abure grant plan to perpetrate himself and lackeys in Labour Party. Julius Abure, you want me to read it, right?
Yeah, if you don't mind, or you want me to take it.
Julius Abure, the message is that Julius Abure many indictments and scandals have rendered his position as national chairman of Labour Party untenable, or so you would think. Abure and some members of his National Working Committee members have hatched a clandestine plan to perpetuate themselves in office for another 4 years, at least unbeknown to 99% of party members. Right after the off-cycle governorship elections in 2023, Abure and his National Secretary, Umar Farouk Ibrahim, secretary, submitted notification for the party's national convention to INEC. The purpose of the convention is to elect new leaders for the party for the next 4 years. Proposed dates and venue for the convention was 29th March 2024 in Benin City, where Abure, until recently, believed to be his fortress. Recall he engineered his coup, which brought him to power in 2021 in same Benin City. Abure and Farouk have kept the proposed convention a secret from the entire party. However, following his recent arrest in Benin City prior to the party's Edo State gubernatorial primaries, Abure, realizing he holds little sway in Benin, sent a letter to INEC last week requesting change of date and venue for the secret convention. He now plans to hold his coronation on the 27th of March in Umuahia, Abia State, Governor Alex Otis' domain. Unfortunately for Abure, this second secret letter to INEC, signed by himself and Farouk again, found its way to social media earlier today. Until today, 99% of Labour Party members were completely ignorant of this secret plan, already well underway. Abure's plan to keep the convention a secret and conduct it with only a handful of loyal state chairmen, secretaries, and faithful lackeys in attendance. These lackeys will then crown him, and those National Working Committee members who have been faithful to him, keeping them at the ends of party affairs for another 4 years. The likes of Olushi Okpara, who recently blew the whistle on Abure's alleged forgery and embezzlement, will be effectively swept aside as treasurer of the party, and all other expose on Abure's misdemeanor effectively suppressed. The grand plan was to culminate in an announcement on Good Friday morning, 28th March, notifying the rest of the party that the convention had held and Abure returned as chairman. The long Easter weekend would then help cushion the shock and backlash, but leave most party members with no time or option to react. This was not the only instrument in Abure's magic box to ensure he is crowned king of Labour Party come March 27, 2024. Wow. Mr. Elvis, you want me to continue to read this?
Yes, because it's coming from a top.
Okay then. Abure has also carefully crafted.
They just brought it for me now. It was not part of my broadcast.
Abure has also carefully crafted a convention guideline which stipulates no party members who joined the party within the past 2 years is eligible to vote or be voted for at the convention. This guideline was inserted deliberately to neutralize the obedient movement from playing any role in the convention. If for any reason news of same inadvertently leaked out. Abure and his co-conspirators have also not informed any potential aspirant of the secret convention. No forms have been sold to any aspirant or delegate, which means that Abure and his cohorts will eventually be the sole candidates on convention day and be returned unopposed to their plumbed positions. Unknown to the general public is that Abure is currently in hiding and has not shown himself in public more than thrice since his arrest in Benin. He has only visited the party secretariat in Abuja once since February 23rd and operates from a secret location in Area 11, Abuja. He does not sleep in his known residence and often disguises to sleep in different discreet hotels in Abuja. All of this to evade rearrest for his various attempted murder, forgery, financial embezzlement charges. Indeed, this secret convention is his final desperate attempt and grand plan to evade the long arm of the law. He has been hiding behind the powerful office of Labour Party National Chairman to evade prosecution and often accuses the President Tinubu-led government of political persecution to distract the unsuspecting Nigerians public from his various heinous activities. perpetuating himself in power remains the only protection he has from the law. Indeed, the Attorney General of the Federation Office has been reluctant to file criminal charges of forgery against Abure in spite of recommendations for same from the Nigerian police for fear of being accused of persecution by Abure. Abure is desperate to hide behind the office of Labour Party chairman. What remains unclear is if Alex Otti and indeed Peter Obi are part of this grand conspiracy to keep Abure in office. As the national leader of the party, it is impossible to imagine. Sorry
for the interruption. Just continue. That, yeah.
Okay. As national chairman of the party, it is impossible to imagine that Abure intends to perfect his grand plan without the knowledge and cooperation of Alex Otti and Peter Obi. To be sure, the secret convention is now scheduled to hold under the protection of Alex Otti in Umuahia, Abia State. What is certain is that this leaked letter to INEC has thrown a major spanner in Abure's work. As this report is being published, a major conflict has broken out between Abure and Farouk, with the former accusing the latter of deliberately leaking the document to the public, as he wants to emerge national chairman rather than himself.
Please, those documents, just read one or two from it, coming from the CP. You saw the document?
Yes. Appeal against Abure affirmation as, yeah. This is a case has been filed in the court. This is a case in the Court of the Appeal of Nigeria in the Abuja Judicial Division, brought under Section 6 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, 1999. Take notice that this honorable court, we moved on, this is
okay.
On the 6th of March 2024, the honorable court delivered judgment in appeal number CAABCV 55924 between Julius Abure and...
Okay, let's leave this one. Let's leave this one for now, sir. Because of time, I will take proper time to come showcase everything else. You see, the reason why I deliberately want Mr. Jonathan to take this, I would have chosen any other person on the panel anyway. Mr. Jonathan was not even informed of this, it was like a surprise for him, because he came to me. I just decided, okay, who can I give this to? If Madam Rita was here, she was the one that normally helped me in taking things like this before. To me, because I'm waiting me talk for this matter, 9 people they want here. Information they reach us, that will not be the issue. But I want to let Mr. Abure to know, please, sir, I have so much respect for you. Resign and look after your wife and your children. The allegations is just too much. The heat is too much. And you are doing more. You are still adding more to what we already know. I don't understand. I don't know why some of you are not calling him to resign. Because some of you are arguing he must not resign, must be there. It's destroying the reputation of Labour Party. That is one thing you guys must understand. But nevertheless, what do I know? Let's move on. I appreciate everyone. Thank you very much, Mr. Jonathan.
But Mr. Harris, if this document were to be true, and that there is a convention that is planned for the last weekend of March 2024, and if indeed Abure eventually emerged as the national chairman of Labour Party again, then Labour Party is all a trash, and anybody associated with that party is a trash.
Okay.
I'm sorry to say, including Mr. Peter Obi himself, anybody that's it. That's my own humble opinion here, because the best thing now, even for those that are leaders within the party, within Labour Party now, what they should be aiming for is to give him a soft landing, and the best possible way is to use the National Convention in an open, transparent manner to make sure that new set of people, leaders emerge, and make it an open playing field for everyone to participate. Let the whole world see it. or anything short of that, yes, Mr. Obi should be very, very concerned. Something in me is saying that I don't believe they will go ahead with the national convention. Abure still emerge as the national chairman, and you are coming out to say anything again about any as an opposition in Nigeria. For me as a Nigerian, I will oppose such individual with every breath that is in me. How can whatever you are saying from that point on will be scrutinized? Even Mr. Peter Obi come out and say from consumption to production, I will scrutinize him, and he will have to stand and prove. I will put it out there. You can't do that.
Thank you, Mr. Jonathan. To be honest, for me, henceforth, I'm going to be talking less when it comes to Labour Party or Mr. Abure or whoever that is in Labour Party, because I notice saying that my own, I want the year for his side. Let's leave it the way. If the people on the panel don't want to talk about it, we'll be skipping it. To be honest, because it's funny. It's funny. It's really funny. Remember, I'm not gonna give me my credit to. I talk and right from time say, Mr. Peter Obi must be careful. Maybe say the white garment way wear, may these people don't go put oil. And I remember say I first talk this thing for you. Okay. I'll remind you now something when it comes to that time. Thank you very much, Michael Oganamaro. God bless you, sir, for this wonderful support. I really do appreciate this. Thank you very much. May God bless you. Thank you. Let me call on the next person to speak to us. Give us a mandate. Thank you very much, sir, for your patience. Then before I come to Mr. Alex, please talk to us. Give us a mandate if you are there, sir.
Well, thank you very much. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, good night to everyone. Happy weekend to everyone. Comment section, greetings to everyone. Glad to see that everyone is doing okay by God's grace. Well, on the state of the nation again, well, I think it's so interesting to see how things are actually playing out in the country. At this time, the only solution that the country has is to just separate, disintegrate the country. Let every region or let every one just go their way. And it's not too far from the fact that it will be clearing to you now to now understand the reason why it was so important for Buhari to help the person in power today in court to rig the election, and then they did everything they did to bring him in. Even in the during Buhari's time, the cry for land for the headsmen was not as bold as this. This one is like you're issuing them an ultimatum, like a directive. Go and give land to the herdsmen. And not just in the northern part of the country, give them land in every 36 states of the country. That means, if you look at it very well, the Fulanis are minute in number. They are not as predominantly large as the Hausas that we have. And so now for them to actually be able to carry out their Fulanization of the country and then achieve this agenda, you have to give them land now in every 36, in all the 36 states of the nation, including Abuja. I mean, they already have land. I mean, they have their domain in the north, because as it stands today, even though they are predominantly low in number in the northern part of the country, they control virtually everything in the north. They control everything in the north. And these are people that you can probably even trace their origin in the north. Now, who they are now using to carry out this agenda is now clear to Nigeria that this person himself is not a Nigerian. A man with double identity, a man with criminal record in the United States of America. They believe that, once he's there, they can use him to achieve the agenda. That was the plan from onset. And that was why it was pertinent for them to do everything possible to make sure that they rig the election, even though Mr. Peter Gregory won the election, for this person to come into power. The sad thing about this whole thing is that Nigeria is sitting on a gunpowder, but they don't really understand what is going on. Nigeria is on a keg of explosives, but they don't really know. And you see these people sit down, even in the house, legislating bill, stealing money, doing all they can do to amass wealth to themselves and their families without paying attention to the risk that the nation is sitting on today. And why is it a risk? If you and your men fought in Edo State tooth and nail for Baseki not to release land to the herdsmen in Edo State, Sunday Igboho fought his own in Oyo State, Nnamdi Kanu did his own in the southeast, do you now think that this person, this criminal drug baron, asking the governors to give herdsmen land will not set the country ablaze? Because ordinarily, the governor that's going to give anybody land as his own father, their own father they also have their own land. Why not go and give them your own father's land if that's what you want to do? The country is sitting on an explosive and Nigerians are not paying attention to it. Because will you by force go to somewhere in Anambra and go and take somebody's land and say, because the president said you must give land to the herdsmen, okay, it is your own land, we are now giving to them? Or you will go to Ibarapa and take somebody's land and just give to them? Or you go to Akono in your state and go and take maybe somebody's land and say, okay, we are giving this land to the herdsmen? The country is sitting on an explosive, and these guys, all they care about is building or sinking 100 borehole for over 12 billion naira, paddling budgets with trillions of naira, and they are not paying attention to the doom that is about to befall the country. Because this is the number one man in quotes now trying to act like a tyrant, as a dictator, and tell the Texas governors, go and give them land. Regardless of where you get the land, it doesn't matter to you. Come on. If you so much love the Fulanese, why not go and give them land in Guinea Conakry? If you so much love the Fulanese, why not go and give them land in Niger? If you so much love the Fulanese, why not go and give them land in Ghana? Do you know in Ghana, the Fulanese have they don't have any settlement in Ghana. In a neighboring Ghana, they chase them out in Ghana. But only in Nigeria, they now have to get land in all the states of the country. That means they want to create their presence, and so it will now be easy for them to carry on their colonization and their jihad agenda on the country. Nigerians, open your eyes. And so when they now talk about having people in the military, they have an intention also to bring these people through the back door. Because if a Boko Haram person is caught today, an authority have to be given from the seat of power. Oh, this person is being caught, is a Boko Haram member. Should we let them go? They just say, release them and let them go. They have the agenda. They are coming through the back door to infiltrate our country, and Nigerians are not paying attention to it. These guys are in for something. It is beyond ordinarily giving them land. There is an intention. The intention is the colonization and the jihadist agenda. If Tinubu so much care about them, take them to Guinea Conakry and give them land there. It is high time. I don't think this thing can work. Let everybody go their way. It cannot work. It may not work. It will not work. Let everybody go to their tents. Because the country is going down every day. Every day, the country is sinking. And these elderly guys are not paying attention. They are in their 60s, in their 70s, in their 80s, in their 90s, and they are not paying attention. These guys, they enjoy the best of Nigeria when Nigeria was very, very ripe. You know, when you get orange and you get a ripe orange, you cut the orange, you will enjoy the juice. These guys, they enjoy the juice of Nigeria. But today, they are leaving Nigerians with bones without meat. These elderly men that you have their picture, from the criminal drug baron, certificate forger, dual citizenship, to the one that was in NDDC as a chairman, stole money from there. That's why allegedly we all saw it. They have sucked Nigeria and they are leaving Nigerians with bones. And now, it is now after stealing money, you have to give Fulani's land by all means, regardless of where you get the land from. It doesn't matter if they buy Mr. Chukuma in the east, or they buy Mr. Adeshola in the southwest, or they buy Mr. Eromosele in the south, or maybe in Edo. Just give them Mr. Eromosele's land, whether you buy him or not. Just give them land. That is the command. Nigerians, are we going to open our eyes and let this whole thing slide like this? The next 3 years is not guaranteed. Nigeria is on a keg of gunpowder, and these elderly men, including pastors, imams, traditional rulers, they are not paying attention. The GOs, the bishops, the archbishop, they are not paying attention. You are not paying attention, guys. You are not paying attention. You are not really paying attention. You are not paying attention. You are not. Turkey will be a child's play. 80 will be a child's play. Nigerians, pay attention. If this man can tell the governors to now go ahead and give them land, regardless of how they get the land that my forefather gave to me or gave to my father, and my father is planning to give him that land, you are now going to take it and give it to a terrorist or to a Fulani person because they are herdsmen. And so what happens to me? What happened to me? What will happen to me if you give them my land? Maybe our farmland, for example, now maybe in somewhere in a corner in your state, you now take our cassava plant or our cocoa plant or our banana plantation, and then you give them to herdsmen. What happened to me? What is my hope? What is my future? What is my agenda? That means you erase my history. For some other people that they don't even have any heritage in the Nigerian scene at all. And these elderly men, they are not paying attention. These pastors are not paying attention. These GOs and the bishops are not paying attention. These popes, they are not paying attention. Nigeria, your house is about to go in flame and you are not paying attention.
Round of 1 minute, sir.
All the lawmakers are doing is how they can pad budgets, and the future generation are being destroyed. A 20 years old girl child in Nigeria have never enjoyed anything good from the government. Let's reduce to about 20 years old girl child. A 20 years old boy have not seen anything as good governance in Nigeria because of this evil man. And today, the governor for your state, for example, let me like Sheyi Makinde, have to go and take our land maybe in Ibarapa and give it to herdsmen. For what reason? And what happened to us? Nigerians, pay attention. Peaceful separation is better. It is better we go in peace than for all of us to be consumed and we don't have a country anymore. It cannot hold anymore. More so now, you now have the worst of us ruling us from the top. There's a criminal case in the United States. The vice president allegedly sponsor Boko Haram. The third man, NDC saga, the chief of staff was a thief in the United States of America. The governor of Ogun State has a mugshot. All of them, so the country has to look like them, has to be bad as them. Nigerians, pay attention. Pay attention. Pay attention. 80 will be a child's play. 80 will be a child's play. Pay attention, Nigeria. These elderly men, they are gone. Their souls have been sold. Their soul have been sold to the devil. They are wicked, they are satanic. They don't care. They can sacrifice their own seed as much as they have what is called mammon. Nigerians, pastors in particular, GOs, bishops, archbishop, reverends, pay attention. What goes around comes around. It is coming to hurt you guys. Pay attention. Thank you very much. I the mic.
Thank you. Thank you. Oh, God, give us a mandate. God bless you, my brother. Thank you. Okay. Let me quickly move on. Let me appreciate you, Grant. Thank you very much. And thank you, Michael Oganamaro. May God bless you. I really do appreciate you all. Let me pick this call quickly. We have Tony Africa on the phone. Thank you very much, Mr. Tony, for calling in. Please talk to us. You have 3 minutes. Mr. Tony, are you there?
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir. Good evening, everybody. I want to say that I really appreciate all of you tonight.
Thank you.
You would have just back from work. I just linked in earlier on to push the like button, obligation, and then I just back up and then I see you guys just talking. Without even listening to the video, judging from your submissions, I want to say thank you all, okay? So I really thank all of now. I don't want to dwell too much on that aspect of this North-South dialogue. Already, I don't see which I don't see for a long time, you know. And then I want people that were abusing me now to start to have a rethink that I'm not a bad guy after all. I love the woman more than anybody. You know, if anybody comes here, if you have an opportunity to come here, you see how I treat my girlfriends, you know, ex-girlfriends, mothers of my children. You know, I have 2 kids with different mothers. I should treat them like my sisters and my mothers. Okay, so then going to the Labour Party something. Like as I told you guys, there's nothing we can do about this country because this country has no police system, no structure, no institutions. There's nothing. I'm a 1 minute 20 seconds right now. I still have 2 minutes, I guess. Yeah, okay. Then we have nothing to to work on. Towards making a good Nigeria or making country, a country out of this country right now. So if you bring a new person to replace Aburi, that is even worse. It's going to be a worse situation for us because that guy now will now start to gather money also because the system is not there. In other countries, the police is there, independent police, prosecutors, state prosecutors that will be looking at all this. What are we doing with all this DSS? This NTPC, all these all these so-called names, the people are not accountable. You can't hold anybody accountable. There is no court system. There is no water supply, no electricity, no pension system to guarantee the workers, the government officials that at the end of their tenure, that they will be guaranteed, social welfare system. Then the pension money is being stolen by these people from the north without with impunity. What the hell are we doing? So let us start to look for that peaceful separation. which will not, which is going to
Mr.
give us a
Mr.
final
Tony,
peace.
you kept talking about this peaceful separation. How are you going to have separation peacefully, and you are not be able to tell us how?
Okay, sir.
Tell us now.
Thank you very much. Yeah, thank you very much. I think it's part of the work that you have been doing now, because you are doing your best by even trying to gather so many Nigerians that are in abroad. Otherwise, when they call diaspora, we're in abroad, but you are able to gather us. So now that you have, when there is a gathering of 2 or more people, God is with us. So when we are able to synergize, probably we can be meeting, secretly and then making arrangement. Then we see how we can be able to going back to Nigeria, in batches. Because, bear in mind that people are working. I know that people cannot just leave their families or their
So
work,
that's what I'm saying. You are telling stories. So we should move back to Nigeria in batches to go make a peaceful separation. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, we can be able to talk to, we can be able to, it's very, very complicated for me because now that we are meeting, this meeting, not only in this platform, even in all platforms, the Southern Nigeria platform, we are all, look, they are all speaking the same, so they are all speaking with the same
So
tone.
how are we going to have
We
a
are
peaceful
tired.
separation?
Yeah, to have a peaceful separation is that we have to synergize, we have to work together, and we'll be looking for the solution now. But first of all, we have to agree that we need to separate. Then when we agree on that, then from time to time, we'll now be working on towards how do we make this, how do we make this possible? But my whole solution is that if all of us choose to go back home today, and they go occupy our various localities, I don't think anything will come to.
Okay, so when are you going home? When are you going home so we can follow?
No, we never finish. Now we have to be talk together via telephone. Then, okay?
No, but you can take the lead. You can take the lead. Set a good example. You move back home next week Friday. Then we will not start coming from the next Saturday and all that.
No, not be like that. Look at Shewurina. Look at Unabdikanuna. Look at Igbowona. But that's why I say that we have to be, now that first of all, we have to agree that, okay, we actually need to separate now. That we have not, and then even the worst part is that when
Mr. Tony, there's no way you can have any, listen, Mr. Tony, there's no way you can have any kind of separation in Nigeria without the knowledge and the go-ahead of the sitting government. So how are you going to do that?
Thank you very much. That's why I said that we need to be talking. You have more knowledge than myself now because you have to. So you need to connect to the people that you know, and I have to connect to the people. The man give us a mandate how to connect to the people that they know. Then we will not say, okay, we should agree that there is nothing like constitution. That constitution was framed to favor one particular part of the country. But we need to agree first.
Okay.
But in this platform, well, Dr. Fian spoke yesterday very nicely, and today now, and then Jonathan, everybody, and give us a man, Mr. Benny, Amoda, so he don't talk now.
Okay.
So, but we don't agree now, so that we're not the same people. So that is it. So
okay.
Once we agree, we'll not be looking for a way to, to
harmonize
ourselves. You know what I say, sir?
Thank you, sir.
I thank you for your work. You have done your best, to rescue this country, this Royal Niger company. But
thank you.
It wasn't enough, sir.
All right then.
God bless you, sir.
No problem. God bless you, sir. Thank you. Yes, sir. All right, callers, I'm done right now. I think that, okay, yeah, we might still likely take a call later on before 10. But for now, I'm done with calls. Let me go to Mr. Alex to talk to us. Oga Grant, once again, thank you very much for the support earlier on. And every one of you that have supported the channel today. Love God is my strength and many others. And God bless you, my people. Mr. Alex, please talk to us. Good evening to you.
Thank you, Mr. Najawa. Which kind of democracy be this, yo? Na party democracy we get you. Na kidnapping government you that we do. This one na Boko Haram government we get you. Fellow thing I'm nobody one listen you. But you could talk and we know one listen. I don't read book. I don't tire. Nigeria watch. I don't tire for Nigeria problem. I'm tired. It is for my mood. I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm tired. It's frustrating. This is my birthday month. I'm supposed to be happy, like every other citizen across the world on their birthdays.
Mr. Alex.
I did not offend anybody, but yes.
Sorry, before you even proceed, sorry to cut into you. Mr. Elvis, you were asking Mr. Tony how we can do it. Scotland, some other countries, like, I mean, India, Bangladesh, and then some other country, I mean, USSR
You would have
divided.
just let him finish his
Yes,
submission first.
It was done peacefully.
yes.
Anyway,
Mr. Mandate Theater, I know where you are going. I will touch it too, if you don't mind.
yes. Okay, better. Please make una touch am.
People are quick to think about constitution when people are agitating to be alive. People are being raped. You are telling me about constitution. People are being murdered in cold blood. You are telling me about constitution. You only remember constitution when it's time for people to say, we are tired of this country, we want our country. People's family members are in captivity. You are telling me about constitution. Didn't the constitution say the first role of government is to protect lives and citizens and property? So for me, I just feel the hypocrisy is very, 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 very alarming. And I feel and I feel we should be careful the way we talk. People are hurt. Yes. People are hurt. You don't talk about the constitution when it's time to provide electricity. When they are doing budget pad, did the constitution tell them to pad the budget? Did the constitution ask them to keep quiet when certain kidnappers, marauders are going around the country?
Mr. Alex,
so I just feel there is a lot of hypocrisy.
There's some petty noise there, pot, spoon, kettle, and all that. Please, do something about it.
Yes, can you hear me now?
Yes, you are good. You are good. Leave the
kitchen. Is it better now?
Thank you.
It's not the kitchen, it's the dining. That was not kitchen. Anyways, I just want you to know that people are hot. Anybody that wants to leave Nigeria now can leave because we don't have a country. When it's time to make good roads, you don't talk about constitution. When they're looting the country, you don't discuss constitution. When people cry out about their experiences with the HESME, you don't discuss the constitution, the role of the government officials. Why are we like that? Because we have people in government. Where is the Nigerian constitution in the way the country is right now? The devaluation of the currency, rampant and senseless borrowing without accountability. Where is the constitution? So the constitution is just for the politicians to have a free day to do their thing. Then when I say I need Benin Kingdom back, you tell me I'm a criminal. The constitution prohibits it. I can't say it in any country. Really? It's easy to sit in America or the United Kingdom and assume things. Come home and see what people are going through. Come home and see. Children are born in darkness in different hospitals. Sometimes without water to even clean up the mother of the child. Yeah, you are just there telling me about one nonsense constitution put together by the military and British government. Really? Brothers and sisters, we cannot run away from the national confab of 2014. Let's talk now as experts in politics and public administration or personnel management studies. You can't run away from the Aburi Accord, regional government. The center cannot hold. Abuja Aso Rock is a fraud. The exclusive list is a fraud. Even the concurrent list is a fraud. How many people were consulted before that 1999 constitution was put together? Were you there? Was the Oba of Benin represented? Was the Obi of Onitsha represented there? Was the Alafin of Oyo there? The TV people? The Doma? The people from Panchi? Or those from Mika in Plateau State? In Benue, Makodi? Were they there? No, of course. Is that how the British or the American constitution was put together, where you are living there? The wickedness going on, are you not tired of it? The bloodletting, and does it not appear to you that it is very, very intentional that those in government are part of it? Directly or indirectly? You tell me they cannot fight these people? Really? A whole Nigeria cannot fight miscreants? Dirty people that carry AK-47? Really? What is the duty of the service chiefs? The duty of the SSS, is it only to kidnap Nnamdi Kanu, to go after Sunday Igboho, murdering their family members, chasing them out of the country? Is that all the DSS or the whatever else is all about? I say kabutu rejetamenta to that. You can say that to the birds, not to us. I may not be a professor, but I know enough to know that a blind man knows when it's raining. Telling us to give lands to, it's the same continuation of the Ruga settlement plan. The Oba of Benin must just now find a way to get involved on who becomes Edo State's next governor. Just like they present the next prime minister of UK to the monarch in the UK. We must present all party aspirants to the Oba of Benin. We don't need anybody that will sell out. Obaseki sold out. He quietly supervised, directly or indirectly, the kidnappings and of the Fulani activities in his tenure, especially last 3 years. He kept quiet. Give me a video where any of them were really, brought to book in Edo State, where the Edo State government came out to say, we know what is going on. We are fighting back. Give me a video. I will give you 100K just now in Naira. I'll give you, and I will send it to you. It was only Benue State that was fighting back. River State, yeah, Wike is not good, but he fought back those days. He's one of them now, but he fought back. He protected his life those days. Some states fought back. Obaseki did not. He sold out. He collected allegedly 26 billion Ruga settlement and drafted a bill to be accentuated or to be passed into law by the State House of Assembly. Nigeria Watch and the civil rights organizations carried out an extempo impromptu, rally and protest, and that bill was killed, giving 20% of arable lands to Fulani herdsmen across the country. And those fought against. Do you know what that means? Who are these Fulani herdsmen? Do we go and take land in Sokoto now as a Benin man to do my business? Do I go and take land in Kano? I will go there and rent or buy or do the paperwork. Why are we giving them? Why are they the special bride of the special bride of the country? Who are they? Should I call them uncircumcised Philistines like David said? Why are they troubling the peace of Israel? What is going on? The Oba of Benin just now must come down from his lovely throne and supervise who becomes governor. We don't need a sellout. We need a proper Benin brought up child who knows the culture and the history. Who told you before the British came, we didn't have a country? The Fulanis could not penetrate ancient Benin Kingdom. They could not. Mugabe of Zimbabwe chased them out. 800,000 lives were lost from the Fulani side. Go and verify. Bukola Saraki received them in the 90s in their hundreds of thousands and settled them in a Kwara state. They have their lands in Katsina, in Adamawa. What other land do they want? So is this the reason Beavers was switched off? Is it the agreement made with the drug baron for his crime to be covered against the Nigerian constitutions? So we should be quiet. We should accept these things, hook, line, and sinker, for our children to suffer, clashing with these guys in 20 years to come. We say no. That's why we are here. I mean, we are all busy. Nobody's jobless. But we sacrifice our time to be here. It's part of the fight against these men and women, these marauders who don't believe in respect for humanity, who go around kidnapping, raping people, collecting ransom, and government officials are aiding them with weapons, AK-47 and the rest, grenades. Gentlemen and ladies, the country just now must come to a full stop. A state of emergency must be declared. There is no country. We must go back to the national confer of 2014. Or the Aburi Accord is the same thing. Regions must go back to where they were before the white man came. We didn't create Britain for Britain. We didn't join Scotland and England and Northern Ireland for the UK. Why would they join us together? Who are they to join us together? Can't you sit down and think? These were the permutations, the postulations, and the assertions of Odumengo Ojukwu. Who are they to come and jump? Who gave them the right over humanity? Can't we think for ourselves? Must we be animals, tossed and fro by the white man's, biddings? Singapore rejected them and started developing. Malaysia, the same thing. China, the same thing. Japan, the same thing. They forced Japan to a standstill. Hiroshima and then Nagasaki, the bomb was dropped there. More than, even up till now, people are still suffering from that bomb. But Japan stood their ground and said, we want to be on our own and we will deal with you as partners, international partners, as business partners, not as slave to a master. But Nigerians leaders just put themselves as slaves to the IMF, to the World Bank, to borrow money and steal this money. This is why they rig elections. This is why they kill, they maim, they destroy, they burn down shops, they, they profile ethnic, tribe and so on and so forth. And we are quiet. We are talking about constitution. Where is the constitution when Deborah was killed? Where were you with your constitutionalism? My fellow panelists who spoke about constitution being a crime, asking for your country. In this scenario, there comes a time you suspend the constitution and defend yourself. When Deborah was being killed broad daylight, is it in Nigerian constitution to kill a young girl like that, broad daylight, and burn her alive? I need an answer to that. And cover it forever? We say no. We continue to discuss it. Was there no government? Was there no Senate? Was there no House of Rep? Were there no governors? Ministers were there. Nobody dare say anything about it. When Nigeria want to say we demand to be on our own so that we can survive. Oh, you are a criminal. Oh, you can't leave the country. In any way we break up, let us break up. It will happen on its own. It will happen on its own. It will. It will happen on its own. Because a hungry man is an angry man. Nigerians are not yet hungry enough. When the hunger, the insecurity, when the kidnapping. Today, I heard on the news that PDP chairman has been kidnapped. It's coming. In Edo State, it's coming. It will reach everybody. It's coming. Even if you are in Canada, America, UK, it's not a guarantee of safety. You will come home to do something. I pray it doesn't happen to you, but it's coming. If it happens to somebody around you, it has touched you. Why are we fooling ourselves with a fraudulent constitution? Were you consulted before that paper was drafted? PDP chairman now, Azegbeni, who knows the treatment he's being meted with? Who knows if he's still alive? Who knows who took him now? We don't know. They say government. And I'm sure our governor has not released a statement. I don't know if he has, because he doesn't care about these things. He cares about budget, election, IGRO, their pretty money. Nigeria economy is down. That's all he says. Never a time you hear him talk about, I'm here to protect you. I'm here to make sure your economic investment are safe. He doesn't care about those things. Oh, I heard somebody died unjustly, and we will get to the root of this matter. This is what leaders say when things happen like this. And when you talk, some sycophants will tell you have no right to address a governor. Who is a governor without my vote? Who is he? People spoke to Julius Caesar. People spoke to the pharaohs of old. People spoke to Mark Antony. Who is he? People speak to Donald Trump, Joe Biden. They criticize them. When it comes to us in Benin, the timidity and the daftness will just come into play. Because your brother is in government. Who told you I don't have somebody in Noboseki's office? I have somebody there. I have somebody there. Somebody very close. Somebody very dear to me. We don't talk so well because of my tone with his government, with his boss's government. But I must say the truth. My younger brother is serving under this government. Same mother, same father. If you must know. So if they want to allow another Fulani governor to come to Edo State, like we've had now, for me, because I don't see why a true son of the land will keep quiet when your citizens have been murdered, kidnapped. It was only Showore's brother that was killed that the governor gave a speech about that because he was afraid of Showore's problem. And Showore was ready to drag him to the end of the world. He quickly came out and gave a synthetic statement. 2 minutes press conference, finish. Afraid of the Fulanis because he has allegedly collected money. This land thing will not work. Maybe this is what will lead to the breaking up of the country. Who will give up their land? Who? Is it Lesotho? Or is it the incoming government of Edo State? Against the royal fathers, knowledge? No. The royal fathers may not be perfect, but the constitution have a limited powers for them. So we have to speak up as the sons of the land. The honors rest on our shoulders now to speak up. And we will speak up. As we are speaking up now, we continue to speak up. Your constitution is a fraud. We are not one country. The federal character is a fraud. One side of the countries claim to be more superior than the other side of the country. Anybody that wants to live anyhow they can do it, let them do it. Don't wait until they take your mother's life or they rape your daughter in front of you before you start speaking about separation. Don't wait until you are kidnapped and murdered before your family members start saying separation. Don't wait. My greetings to Nnamdi Kanu, wherever you are. You are one of my heroes. I respect you today, tomorrow, and forever. So long as I'm alive, I continue to respect you for what you stand for. Thank you for not budging, for not taking money and running away. Because we know offers were made to you. Offers are still being made to you. You've said no to all of them. Thank you for being a hero. Where the names of Nelson Mandela is mentioned, the names of Patrice Emery Lumumba, Thomas Sankara, and other people, Chico Vera, Fidel Castro, whatever, those who fought for their people against the American capitalism, we will mention your name because you are fighting for freedom, for rights to live. Scotland is still struggling to live. Catalonia want to live from Spain. Pakistan left from India. When we speak about our own, oh, we are too vocal. Oh, we are too. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. Mr. Najawash, we continue to bomb them on the head. Thank you for giving us your platform. Constructively, we continue to demand our rights. A country where they don't discuss electricity, they don't discuss security, they don't discuss restructuring, water to drink. You have to look at the shamelessness of the senators. They are talking about borehole. Is it borehole they drink in UK? Is it borehole they drink in Italy or Spain? Is it borehole you are using in US when they go to US for vacation or Dubai? Is it borehole Dubai government are using? Look at what senators are doing. This is animalistic. A federal republic of the country, senators, they are discussing money and the money they are even doing is just overboard. My goodness. So all the countries they visit, is it borehole they are doing for their homes, all their apartments, is it borehole? Hey, Panayamu, they will say in Greek. My goodness. Senators are discussing borehole. What happened to the Ministry of Water Resources? What happened to the Ministry of Water Resources? What happened to giving water to the whole country and letting them paying bills? What happened to water boards? Oh my goodness. Niger what? Growing up, we hear of water board. My father had a tap in front of our house. Where is water board? Citizens, lawmakers are discussing borehole. Borehole, the last resort from Israel. Israel brought that technology because of the wickedness of military government those days in Nigeria. Because the water system was now, failing too much. Israelis now came to try it and it worked. That's how borehole came to Nigeria. I just gave you a little history. Go and verify. That's the last resort. I've been to many countries. I've never seen borehole. I've never seen generator. This is not animal government, so. The real animal government, animals in human form. You are discussing borehole when Chinese are building houses and exporting the movable houses to different countries of the world. Malaysians are building robots to cook for them. We are talking about borehole. Senate President Ababio, you are discussing borehole. Hey, my God. My goodness.
It's not about discussing borehole alone. It's about
borehole that billions and trillions.
People
should
not
discuss
their country.
Nigeria Senate is the highest power after the president and the vice. The Senate is the highest. They are discussing borehole. Are there no scientists among them?
Mr. Alex, the way you are calling the borehole makes it so funny. And they're not talking about it in thousands.
Borehole, they're talking. Do you know that even the smallest villages in Germany and even in Kenya, they don't use borehole. What is borehole? Hey, my God, borehole, senator, borehole.
All right,
American senators are they discussing borehole?
Mr. Alex, before you wrap up, let me show them.
I'm not done.
Sorry,
I
sent you a link earlier. Just show Nigerians analysis of how they
play
break
that
down.
now from Then Media, right?
Yeah, just
We
show
played
that.
it already. You didn't follow us from beginning.
Right, I
We've
wasn't
already
here
played it.
from the beginning. I wasn't here.
Yes, we played it.
Benakina?
You know, let's see this.
No,
See
and the
what other
borehole is in billions, so it's not a thousand,
yes.
it's in billion
See what
borehole.
other responsible countries see what they are doing.
Feat that seems straight out of a science fiction movie, China has unveiled its latest engineering marvel, the Hong Kong-Zhuhai-Macau Bridge. This extraordinary structure, costing a staggering $15 billion and taking 9 years to complete. It is the longest sea-crossing bridge in the world, is now hailed as...
Ladies and gentlemen, this only cost $50 billion. Now one
Yes.
politician, the thief for our country.
Yes, man.
Only one politician.
I'm telling you, Naija was.
Meanwhile, watch this.
Zhuhai Macau Bridge. This extraordinary structure, costing a staggering $15 billion and taking 9 years to complete. It is the longest sea-crossing bridge in the world, is now hailed as one of the 7 wonders of the world. The most amazing thing is that its construction involved overcoming over 10 global technical challenges, reclaiming 513 acres of land, and creating 4 artificial islands. It is the longest mileage in the construction history of the world, the largest investment and the most difficult construction of the cross-sea bridge. This project marks a historic milestone, adopted for the innovative 3-in-1 construction method, comprising a bridge, island, and tunnel. The main bridge section stretches 19 miles, boasting a width of 108 feet and a total pavement area of 7 million square feet. Designed for a speed of 62 miles per hour, it incorporates a 4-mile submarine tunnel featuring 18,000 feet of immersed tube tunnels. What sets this bridge apart is not just its length and complexity, but also its unparalleled safety measures. Unmatched globally, the Hong Kong-Zhuhai-Macau Bridge can withstand an earthquake of magnitude 8, a typhoon of magnitude 16, and even a flood tide with a recurrence interval of 300 years. This astounding project reflects China's dedication to infrastructure development. The completion of the Hong Kong-Zhuhai-Macau Bridge is a testament to China's prowess in pushing the boundaries of engineering and reshaping the world's landscape with awe-inspiring achievement.
Okay. When we are talking, people accuse us on this platform all the time. Some people saying they are satanic people to attack us here on this platform. Listen, guys, in case you're not aware, what I am fighting for, alongside with my wonderful panelists, is to have a better country. Just check what $50 billion do. And these are what people, this Akpabio and Co. are allocated to themselves right now. Just check how much. 28 trillion. Then we are still arguing over 3.7 trillion padding budget as we talk. So, you know, it's disgraceful. This is disgraceful.
No, but Niger Watch, you see, to me, because I'm speaking for myself, we are all different. We see things differently. What annoys me is that, okay, look at Niger Watch. You are showing us this. Look at your thinking. Some of us that want to live our life like all these Chinese, there's nothing bad in it. Those that want primitive life, why can't we allow them to live their primitive life? Those that want to live in the jet age and then copy this, why can't then all this being together and then some people are imagine look at what preoccupies a president, give land. Is that the message that Nigerians should receive? Give land.
That is the agenda it comes to fulfill for them.
Do you know that in the midst of all those, we were here talking about 15 billion naira loan. 5 billion naira loan for students. For student loan. It's now in abeyance. What happens to that? And they are talking about a borehole, 500 billion. To this, if you look at the way they cost it, and you start to wonder. You see, that tells you that is the level. That's how they think. But those that do not want to think that way, that's why we are calling. Let us quietly come, and then those that want to remain the way they want, leave them. It's their own level of civilization. What if India, China, Bangladesh, I mean, India, Bangladesh, and Pakistan are in one country, it will be combustible. But look at where India is now in IT, and look at where Pakistan is with their own Islam terrorism. Who cares?
All right.
That is your
You
life.
see,
That's what we
you,
are saying.
you see, the 3.7 trillion budget, padding, or whatever they call it, those padding. You more you say with the thief. All the English where they put say they use how they confuse our mama for market.
Ways
They
and
call them
means. Ways and
exactly. Even
ways,
barrister Jose Come is asking,
comment.
what is the meaning of ways and means?
Ways and means.
So all this padding and paddle or whatever, just say with the thief. We all talk and make people understand what we're talking about.
But the Abacha Bagman just said that they are entitled to pad the budget now. The link is there. Abacha Bagman said they are entitled to pad the budget.
You see,
That
because
means he said they are
things
entitled to
like this can
steal
happen
from
in our
Nigerians.
country. Yes, it can happen in our country. That is about, converting that 3.7 trillion naira to dollars. That is 2.4 billion dollars. And that bridge where I showed now just under 15 billion. That is just only one scenario. Not be money wall of the thief. You understand? I felt tell you before, say, when I went to Dubai, somebody told me in Dubai, an Arab man, he tell me, say, with the money where Nigeria gets, if we are lucky, that was his word, if we are lucky to have a good leader, Nigeria will be beautiful and be much more attractive than Dubai in less than 10 years. That's what he told me. But many of you will argue that.
Maybe because from the person you meet in Dubai, no. Then go don't tell and say, this Dubai where you see so where we will be our own. Now Nigeria in 1977 we they go take money pay salary. The man go don't hear the news now.
Exactly.
Under
But some of
Obasanjo,
you,
they queue.
Some of you will argue with us now that you now see some people with their low mentality will not come in. No, it's a gradual process. No, we will get there. Nigeria will get there. When you want get there, when you don't die.
But do you know, sir? Someone like Dino Melayo now is now applauding Dubai after he lost the after he did everything he did in Nigeria. Dino is in Dubai now. Atiku is in Dubai now. When Dino got to Dubai and went for the several things he was doing in the SSC country, and the question to him is that some people, they have the goodwill of their country in mind. They build that country. What did you build for your own country?
My brother, it's pathetic. Let's round up the show, my people, because Nigeria matter, you will start out with normal, fresh brain and everything. You go end with headache. It's stressful, man.
Okay, Mr. Elvis, how will you watch that video now of that bridge? They are thinking ahead. How will you watch that video with everything going on in Nigeria? Some people are planning about a bridge, and the president is talking to his own governor to give herdsmen land. That is not an issue in other part of it. Why will you not call for the country? Let's just go our various ways. Let
me tell you something. Let me tell you something, my people. All we need, that little luck, we just need them to have a good leader. You and I will start speaking the opposite. All this matter would often talk about Nigeria not good for you, not good for you. See, everybody will now be raining praises on our country. That good leader. But unfortunately, let me tell you how they design Nigeria, in case you're not aware. It's the same people since Nigeria got its independence. It's the same people that have been ruling us till date.
Yes.
Yes, it's the same people. Go and check it. They are not giving room for newcomer to come in. They are not interested. It's the same people. This is why we're in big trouble. We're in big trouble. They are recycling themselves. So, and guess what? These people are enjoying a better life whenever they travel out of Nigeria. Just imagine, Tinubu, a president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, whenever he wants to take any treatment, he travels abroad. All the governors in Nigeria, whenever they want to take treatment, they travel abroad. How many people they travel from Dubai? I they talk about the people who get their own country themselves. They come UK, come they take medical care. It's not possible. So all we just need is that, that little luck to get a good leader. We're almost close until Mahmoud Yakubu decided at 4:30 a.m. in the morning, say no, not in his wash when I go get better Nigeria. He turned everything around.
You see, and that's why people want to leave that Nigeria for them, let them chop, and so that they can go away. Because you see, what surprises me, or whether I can call it surprise, is the fact that in all this, up and down the country, the suffering is just man-made, and they are not interested.
Let me take this course out so that you guys have an opportunity to quickly take your final submission. Mr. Fred, you'll be calling in. I'm returning your call quickly because it's about 10 now. Thank you, sir. I see you call in so many times. Please quickly talk to us.
Yeah, please, can I contribute a little bit? I just want to ask a question, please, sir.
Yeah, good evening to you, sir. Yes, you can. You only have 2 minutes.
A minute is enough for me. My name is Fred, calling from the Republic of Ireland, actually. I'm just hearing it. I just want to confirm that the APC, they have dumped Ubede Hamad, they picked Dennis Deco as a deputy. Is it true? I'm just hearing it at their meeting.
No, I have not confirmed that at all.
Okay.
I've not confirmed that, sir. Tomorrow
Somebody just called me now that
I can give an update on that tomorrow, but for now, I don't have any idea at all.
Okay, well, yes. I'm just hearing it now that they make a meeting last night that Ubede Hamad is dropped. It's not Dennis Deco. I say, wow.
Okay.
Thank
For
you,
me,
sir.
I don't have any. Thank you, sir. I don't have any information to that. Thank you. All right. The only thing I know that is going on in Edo State before I came on air is that the PDP chairman kidnapped. That's all. And people are alleging it. So yeah, let's have our final submission. Let me come to Mr. Jonathan. Mr. Jonathan, please, final submission, 5 minutes. For 5 minutes, my people, so we can round up. Thank you very much, sir. Mr. Jonathan, you are not there. Augustine, give us a final submission, 5 minutes, sir. Thank you.
Well, my final submission, I still have to say, call on anybody listening to us. Now that Tinubu is telling the governors, if you bring land, we end this insecurity or whatever. People should now fight the fight of their life. I know there is a hidden agenda with Fulani asking land in every state in Nigeria. That is takeover. When the thing will come, it may not be that Fulani you are looking for living with you in that your locality. They can send anybody from any part of the Arab world on their behalf. Then you are conquered forever. Please, people should resist this. If you are close to your governor, tell the person, whatever it is. In fact, I dare any governor, I dare them in the southeast that we just say they are giving land. Anyway, they know what the price is, and they know what comes with it. They can't. What sort of nonsense is that? Is that why we can't have peace of mind? Every time slaughtering, killing, buying people up and down the country. Now we're asking for land. Look at the nonsense going on in the Senate. And people are even, and we're even discussing another thing. It's a shame, really. People should wake up. If Nigerians can't wake up now, well, they had better keep quiet and then their fate is sealed. But if they feel that they still have a semblance of hope, you have to stand up now. I cannot see why a particular ethnic group will be a headache. You are looking for land. For what? If you still have money, why not go quietly buy land and establish your ranch or whatever? Now you want to be government policy. They must be giving land. People driven away from Zimbabwe. Does it mean we are incapable of defending ourselves? Can they try this in Ghana? Can they try it in Central African Republic, Mali, Burkina Faso, Senegal? They can't. Even Guinea. But when they come to Nigeria, they dictate everything. Oil block, they are in charge. Now, the government, they are in charge. Now they want land anywhere they want it. I can't see this thing happening in my lifetime. I don't have to say everything here, but what I know is that it's not going to succeed. Maybe the way indirect rule failed in the southeast in Igbo land, this one too will fail, if that is what they want to see, because it's so bad. It's so. I mean, it's so. I mean, how do we even discuss it? We are talking of land. Look at the bridge we watched in China, and China used to be a laughing stock in those days. Nigeria was better than China 30 years ago, even when Babangida was in charge. Abacha them. Nigeria was better than China. Now look at the type of seven wonders of the world. That's what they're calling it. They have to do 3 islands to cross a sea and then put a bridge. So they're now telling you, instead of you flying over, you can drive. This is civil engineering at its best. We don't talk about all this. All we are talking about is borehole. They will give borehole. They will mobilize traditional rulers. They will inculcate agricultural value chain, a market women. These are what they are putting in the budget. Each one, 485 billion. 400 and this. Street light, one pole of street light, 100 and something million. Street light that some businessmen are putting everywhere in my state, Anambra, everywhere. In different towns, people are just take a street from one corner of the road to their house. They line it up, maybe 20 something this way, 10 this way. Say it's a street light, they put it solar street light. That is what the senators are costing at the over 100 million naira for one pole. Over 100. These people are shameless and they're heartless. Anyway, but all I know is that Nigeria must be to your tent, oh Israel. We can go for over 60 years. Every year we be talking like this. Those that doesn't want to move forward should still. We leave them behind. Those that want should go. After all, we are differently. We are existing differently before in our separate ways before Lugard came. So why should we holding ourselves? Eritrea still struggling with Ethiopia now. Hasn't he been settled? Are they not on their own now? Whether they're enjoying it or not, it doesn't concern anybody. They've got their freedom. In fact, the highest thing in life is freedom. Until you are free, you can't develop. Look at the mess we are doing. Somebody will force you to come and give him land by force. Niger Watch, let me end it here. When I'm annoyed like this, I don't really say much.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Naso Nigeria Matter B. Thank you. All right, give us a mandate, please. Your 5 minutes, sir. Final submission.
Thank you very much. All we can see at this point is these guys are bent on not wanting to change the country. They don't want to change the country. They know what to do to fix the country, but are they going to do it? No. If they will do it, this person will not be asking governors to give herdsmen land. The question is, which family land are you asking the governors to give to the herdsmen? The last time I checked, even though they are saying that the federal government owns land in Nigeria, that's a big lie. I know my own father's land. You know your own father's land. Everybody know their family land. So which land are they going to give to the herdsmen? And so why is the call for herdsmen to be given land? They are from the northern part of the country, right? They have their own land in the north. Stay in the north. Stay and dwell in the north. Do your business, do whatever you have to do. There, your ranching, do them in the north. And if you have to sell your cows or your livestock, you can transport them. The world is, man, which kind of, sometimes you just ask yourself, what kind of country is this? Where in Texas here, you see little ranch all over the places. You have farms where livestock are being kept. People go there, kill, they buy livestock, they kill goats, kill hen and all that, chicken, pigs. You don't see cow run around the street here. They have ranch for them. Somebody have their land, they put their cows there. And today, the only trouble, the only agenda of a government, of a country, the most populous black race on earth. The only agenda of the person that sits in court as a president is to give S-man land. When countries are building on AIs, electric vehicles all over the places, people are building tunnels that can go several miles. The only agenda, even as inflation is in Nigeria today, no job, insecurity, the only agenda of this president in court is that they should give herdsmen land and it will end insecurity. And so you ask yourself, then what's the main purpose of some people clamoring for increase the military number, increase the personnel number? What's the agenda behind that? When the northern leaders can even tell you, oh, sit with Gumi. Imagine the in court now, even though this man is an illegitimate president, had to sit down with a terrorist, maybe someone that can negotiate with terrorists. When other countries they bring terrorists down. Israel did not negotiate with Hamas. Israel, they did, and the issue with Israel, this Hamas thing has been for over 20 years ago. And they told them then, we either end Hamas today or we pay the price. The price that they told them then is the price that Israel now pay today. But even as Israel had to pay that price, Israel did not sit down. Benjamin Netanyahu did not sit down to negotiate with the head of Hamas. No. They brought out technology. Jews from everywhere in the world travel back to Israel to bring down Hamas. And today, some leaders in the northern part of the country, they are now asking the president in court to sit down and negotiate with terrorists. Even Ghana will not, their president will not sit down to negotiate with terrorists. They chase out Fulani from their country. Ghana that is near to us there. And today, only in Nigeria, misplaced priority. The northern elders, because they know that they are the one using these people to do evil against Nigeria. They are the one doing all of these things. They are now telling the president in court to sit down and negotiate with terrorists. Only in Nigeria. Abnormal thing happened only in Nigeria. And that's why the president will tell them, governors, give them land. That means you know how to end this insecurity, which you personally created, because Buhari must be president. They are the one that actually start this thing, because Buhari must become president. Tinubu himself, the man in court in power today, they are the one that created this insurgency because Buhari had to become president. They did it in 2015 and 2019. Now it has now become bonga fish in their throats. They cannot swallow, they cannot vomit it. Now they have to negotiate because these guys they must get their money. You know how many people were buying because Buhari must become president? People lost their houses, lost their properties, and Buhari never cared because what? This person brought him into power, and they used banditry like they did in Lagos. If you look at take Lagos for example, take Lagos, image Lagos beside Nigeria, there is no difference because in Lagos what they use are Agberus. They use touts to win election in Lagos State. We saw it in the past election. So everything this guy has been doing, that was what he brought to bring in Buhari. And now, I mean, El-Rufai said it, that they import people from neighboring countries to come help them. What is the impact of the railroad built from Nigeria to Niger? What economic impact has it done for Nigeria? What economic impact? It is the agenda to bring in terrorists into Nigeria. And now the country is not knowing peace. They have to sit down, negotiate with them, and part of the negotiation is to give herdsmen land in all the states of the country. Who does that? So a Fulani man now, look at what happened in Kwara State. They now have emir in Kwara State, and that is the image they are trying to do. Because there's no way you give them land in Edo State. We will have Oba of Benin, and you also have emir of Edo State. Think about it. You have Obo Bini Palace and you have the palace of the Emir of Edo State. That is what Nigerians are not understanding, no? Because in Kwara, they have Emir, they have the Emir of Kwara. So if you end up giving them land in Anambra, maybe in somewhere in the CNZ local government, you now have the palace of the Emir of Anambra. You have the palace of the Emir of Abia. You have the palace of the Emir of Delta.
Right.
Nigerians, open your eyes. This is not, you cannot have Obo Benin's palace and have Emir of Edo.
Thank you.
Please open your eyes. These guys are in for something, and they believe that who can do it for them is no other person than Amoda. Thank you very much. Have a good evening, everyone.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you very much for your submission. Yes, I agree with you because this is their plan. And I remember we talked about this thing that 34 years ago on this platform. That their plan is to have Oba of Benin in the Edo state. They'll also have Emir in the same state as well. You know, which we rejected with, you know, with everything on to us at that time. You know, but I don't know what they're planning now again. Everybody wake up to stop this. But nevertheless, Mr. Jonathan, are you back now? Okay, Mr. Jonathan is still not there. So I think I need to round up. Mr. Jonathan is already busy. Mr. Chris, you are calling back again. No, we don't pick call this time. Now it's late, Mr. Chris. Please, let's respect the rules. You know, it's already late. Oh, Mr. Chris, let me ask you first. Mr. Chris. Mr. Chris.
Yes, sir.
But you know you don't pick call after 10 p.m. You are aware of that now.
Yeah, I'm aware, but just 10 seconds.
But you break the rules. How do you want to have a better Nigeria? You know rules. You deliberately break it because you are closer to the person that created the rules. You see, this is what we're talking about. Yeah, it's the truth now. No, in the reality, this is what we are facing in Nigeria right now. The reason why you are calling at 16 minutes past 10 is because you are closer to the person that created the rules. So people like you, the rules cannot affect you. You see, and this is what our leaders are doing right now, you know, as a leader.
And George.
Yes, sir.
Can you hear me? Thank you very much. I follow every part of this discussion very carefully. If you play your submission, if you just play back, maybe like 30 minutes ago, you clearly said that you want to quickly come back to the panel so that you can give people opportunity to call again. So that's what I thought you are going to allow us to call again. You said this. If you play this,
no, I didn't. No, if I want to give opportunity for people to call again, I didn't say after 10. People normally call twice, but everything have to be before 10 p.m. I didn't mention. Did I mention any time?
Well.
Okay, Mr. Jonathan, you break rules today, so you need to be penalized for this. You break rules.
Okay. Okay.
So you accepted you accepted you break rules, right?
Yeah, number one, I'm sorry I misunderstood what you said.
Okay, but nevertheless, we go put this one for our archive in case you want to raise hand tomorrow. So you want to go contest for Nigeria, we'll remind you of the offense you committed today. Go ahead with your submission, sir.
Okay, what I say. No, for personal punishment, I will go submit on again. I'll leave until
I'm going to put down for his archive. He's a good governorship aspirant for Edo State, please.
I thought when you said you are going to give callers opportunity to call again, so I was happy that okay, we can call.
But no, don't worry, we're not going to take him serious today, sir. Now, when you will come say you want to go run for governor or you go House of Rep, we go remind you of today.
No, let's expunge it, I beg. Let's expunge it.
I go punish myself first.
No. You don't already call. Give that submission. You don't already call. Go ahead with the submission.
Okay, this submission I'm submitting it because of Nigeria Watch. Ordinarily, I want to punish myself for breaking the rules. So this submission is for you, Nigeria Watch. It's not me. Well, the point I just wanted to make is that give us our mandates. What we are saying that they are going to, in future, they will try to install an EMA. They actually did it 3 years ago. They wanted to install an emir in Edo State where we have an Oba. So we all have to come out to stop them vehemently. We have to force Obaseki to write a letter to stop that installation. So they tried it before and they are going to try it again.
Mm-hmm.
It's not something for the future. So the point is that, like Dr. CM said, the earlier everybody in Nigeria wake up, the better for all of us. It's a grand plan. It's not about ranching. It's about domineering. It's about state capture. That is it. Thank you very much, Mr.
Thank you, sir.
Nigeria Watch.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Have a good night.
Yeah.
All right, guys. I appreciate every one of you right there. Everybody, I'll give you the submission. We've come to the end of this broadcast. It's been a long day, 4 hours on Saturday. So remember,
Service.
Yes, sir.
Can you allow me to interject for maybe about 15 seconds? Somebody, Mr. Abdul Oriyomi, I mean, I like what you said. You said Emir and Oba Palace in Edo, God forbid. We, like Mr. Elvis will say, let's not God forbid it. We have to take action. It's not about God forbid. We will say God, our people need to stand up and take action. If they don't succeed in saying recruit more personnel, they are going to succeed in them giving our land. We need to stand up and take action and not just
made the Instagram, made they follow different irrelevant videos, made they type rubbish there. No wala. We are doing our parts. I appreciate you all, my people. For me, I can't force people to do what they want to do. With the situation we find ourselves right now in Nigeria, it's obvious, to the blind and is audible to the deaf that we're in trouble. So everybody must wake up. Everybody must wake up. I appreciate you all, every one of you that came to the panel today, starting with Mr. Jonathan Kisley. Thank you very much. Our God CM, thank you. Mr. Give us a mandate. Thank you very much. Mr. Alex, thank you very much. Machiavelli, thank you very much. I appreciate every one of you. Those of you that called into the show, God Christ, Madam Origin, Madam Love God is my strength, and many others that call in, our elderly brother that called as well, and many others. Thank God, God bless you, my people. Then, every one of you that supported the channel today, may God bless you all, my wonderful people. I appreciate you all. I would like you all to help us to press on the like button, and help us to share. Let me quickly acknowledge these people, but everything is frozen right now. These guys, they are trying to stop me. I can't really do anything now, but just bear with me, guys. Let me quickly do this because I want to see the names, but I can't see anything. As usual, this is what these guys normally do. So let me sort this out. Bear with me for 1 minute. Bear with me, my people, because I don't know what these guys are doing here. Just hold on there. I know you guys can still hear me. All right. Thank you very much, my people. I appreciate every one of you right there that supported us today. I'd like to quickly acknowledge you guys again. Love God is my strength. Mr. Johnson Emmanuel, Mr. Jonathan Kinsley, Mother Iris Finance, Peggy Modi, Mr. Mashallah, Michael Ganamaro, and Mr. Grant. Thank God, God bless all of you. I really do appreciate you all, my wonderful people. And my people right there on the comment session. Started with Mother for all Mommy Diaspora. Thank you very much, Mommy, for all you do. Appreciate you. Thank you, Oga Chris. I appreciate you, Madam Amen Bright. I can see you right there. Thank you, Madam Iris Finance. Thank you very much. I appreciate you, Madam Peggy Modi. I appreciate you. Now, God bless you, my people. Thank you for all you do. I appreciate every one of you right there. Riomi Abdu, I can see right there as well. Michael and Amaro, thank you very much. I appreciate you. Thank you, my good people. Tony Africa is right there as well. The Anthony and many others. Guys, help us to press on the like button before you leave. Help us to copy the link, take to others where you belong. Let our voices go forth. For those of you that are going to bring back this video, do your part by helping us to press on the like button, help us to share, subscribe to our channel. If it's your first time coming across this channel, we are here, not fighting anybody. We are just here, not our government to do the right thing. We are tired of being everywhere. Come back to our country, to enjoy our own country. We are demonstrating our constitutional rights here every day, 6 p.m. Nigerian time. I appreciate every one of you, my people. My God bless you. Please help us to continue to share our videos right there and do your part. Anyhow, you know you can support us on this platform. Please always do. Anyhow, you know you can do that. So I'd like to quickly round up right now. I'm going to have a bless my people. Permit me to round up the show, and I'll see you guys again tomorrow at 6 p.m. Good night. Bye for now.